Or the explosion.
They just have it fucking Nelson from The Simpsons. And it just shuts down.
Or the mega fart echo.
Boom. All right, Shook. Get your hands ready.
Make my day, punk.
What about your mouth?
Smiling like a donut.
The fuck?
Jordan's a little fucking microphone shy right now.
Nah, he'll get geared up.
I'm fine.
He'll be ready to go.
He'll get going. He needs another Red Bull. Get this man another Red Bull. There you
All
go.
right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I can't even talk. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who.
Night Stylist forever.
And Corey.si.
Hello.
We have Mr. Jordan _MX5 Roadster King. Good morning, Roadster Kings. I own an orange Miata
Roadster
himself
Kings.
here.
Let's hear it, Roadster Kings.
I'm in the building.
And Shook is here, manning the ivories as usual. Shook.
You need this. That's the best.
It's honestly,
No introduction.
I think that one's better than the original.
It's
like it's
reversed. Oh, it's so good.
It slaps. It hits, if you will. Welcome, as always, to the Revival Motoring Podcast. Big shouts to everybody there in the chat who joins us to chime in.
What up?
And distract us, from time to time. If you are new to this show or to YouTube or all that sort of stuff, we appreciate you. Thanks for checking us out. If you want to support us, you can go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for the B4B. What is B4B, you ask? Well, we'll explain that a little bit more later on. But the website is there. There's some merch you can buy and support the show and all things Revival as well. So, with that said, I think we can go right into...
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
The old callbacks.
What do we got?
Shook,
Yo,
you're here.
I'm here.
Your vehicle made it. I did just see you make a post asking for a daily driver under $2,000.
That's for my father-in-law.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He got hit by another driver, so he is looking for a replacement.
Was it that drunk lady?
Thank God, dude. No. I don't know what happened to her. Hopefully she's in jail.
I have a pretty good idea, yeah.
Hopefully.
Is he okay? He's all good?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
I mean, for legal purposes, I'm actually unaware of how he's feeling at this point in time. He is walking and talking.
He could be seriously injured and need a payout.
Internal bleeding.
Yeah. Yep.
You know how it
All
goes
that
out
He's
there.
defecated himself upon impact.
You know how those internals be.
Yep. I heard his back hurts, actually.
Blew it out, dude.
Blew it right out.
Blew it out.
Matt Wood in the chat has been posting.
Yeah.
Very frequently.
Okay.
Looking for a Scion XB. I don't know where I don't know what his angle is.
It's a mustache, dude.
Plenty of room in that vehicle to
Scion
lure an
XBs are
unsuspecting solicitor into it.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I think
Plenty of room for activities in there.
Yep. Like making toast.
I mean, I was actually Corey. Yeah, can you pop that sumbitch up on the
a picture of an XB?
Just to remind everybody of.
Corey, that one looks fine.
It's funny. Interestingly enough, you pull up that photo. I was about to say my mom drives one.
Your mom drives an XB?
She does.
She's right there.
Or no, is it? No, not an XB.
No, she has a Kia Soul.
Kia Soul. That's what it is. Yeah, another toaster looking thing.
I think the first gen XB is the fucking coolest thing ever.
It is Nick Pazar, Minecraft ass car.
Yeah.
It's a
The
big
first
bed
gen
with a straight edge.
English Ben.
Oh shit, Chuck. Come on.
English Ben drove the one I think on the Gumball with the 2JZ in it.
Yep.
That
Okay. Yeah.
What company built that? The machine gun shirt guys.
It's gonna take a minute.
Oh
Black
my
Rifle?
God. Torqued. No.
I'm pretty torqued
Cap
up.
out.
No.
No.
Tap out.
Now,
Just type in Scion XB
I'm trying to
2JZ.
think of all the Ed Hardy looking.
It was machine guns.
with Nas. 2JZ with Nas.
You put a 2J in that thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it was. I don't think it was done reasonably. I think it was done. Cost isn't a problem. It's we're making sure some machine guns people are going to buy them for 6 months.
Your right foot is pushing on the throttle body.
It was like skatewear.
It was, yeah, like stars and
it was
stripes
like the
or something.
silhouette. All right, yeah, something like that.
Famous?
No,
I don't know.
Naked and Famous.
You know what's interesting is there's a lot of them now. You'd think you'd just an XB with 2JZ would come out.
It was like the one back in the day, yeah.
Where are you looking this up?
I'm looking it up on my computer.
Oh, you're dual
Is that
screening.
what that unit is, Corey? That's a computer?
Well, I thought he was mirroring, not dual screening, Chuck.
Oh, he's
no.
he's advanced, dude. He's been dual screening for a while.
He's advanced.
I was leaving
He's been dual.
I was leaving that up there as a conversation piece while I
He's
looked for.
dual wielding.
Very nice.
That's quite nice. That thing. What would you call that?
What was the name of that company? You
Man,
guys
that
in the
thing
chat,
is
someone's
thick.
got to know. They had
Yeah,
multi-prints of machine guns on all
it's
their
gonna
shit.
kill me when I hear it because
Just look at the chat because I'm sure Matt has already answered it twice.
Well, he hasn't.
yeah. Huh.
Huh. Well,
Hey, anyway,
Matt's not a streetwear guy.
Guess not.
I remember it.
That one's cool.
It was cool.
Streetwear, like a skate clothes
I like the
company.
ones to the
Yeah,
right
dude.
there.
Famous Stars and Stripes or
Yeah.
something. Famous.
Oh, it's not the one that everybody went sick over.
Oh,
the
it was a
surf brand?
Papadakis car, I think.
Either way,
Oh, okay, that would
I think
explain.
that's how Ben knew him.
that's cool. I don't know. These things
Maybe Ben was
you
like dating his
never
mom.
see these things on the road anymore.
I didn't see. I don't know what Matt's intention is with this car besides
Yeah, Matt, what are you gonna do?
whatever happens in the back. But
With it? Whoa!
Seats fold down. Crocs stay
I
on
don't know
during
if he-
sex.
I'm still waiting. Nick, you gonna tell me what company, man? I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
think
it's not Stussy.
Stussy is it Stussy. I don't know how to say it.
Stussy.
I don't know how to say anything really.
Famous Stars and Straps.
I feel like
that wasn't them.
Rob Deerdeck
Strap-ons.
ended up running with that logo for a handful of things. Because if I search machine gun clothing company and a lot of stuff irrelevant pops up.
We want to bring it up and talk about it. I think we could.
Google told me.
Wild Steve is saying,
Tom
fellas,
Hanks.
he's got to know.
Yeah.
Or he's just saying hello.
Or
I
the
think he's
brand
just saying
is
hello.
fellas.
Tom Hanks had one.
Big
Last
shots,
episode
Wild
was a
Steve.
goddamn.
Tom Hanks had a Scion XB with a 2JZ.
No, he had a Scion XP with TE37s on it.
That's
Tom
wild.
Pull
Hanks.
it up.
What was this?
Tom Hanks?
This
Put up
must have
Tom
been.
Hanks Scion XP.
This must have
the
been. Let me
fuck he did
think.
not?
When that
I'm
was,
telling you, this guy.
He's a
fucking
knower?
Plowing. He's a knower, dude.
Did he have a license plate that said Wilson? That's the only way this could be any better. Get the
Hello.
fuck out of town
Tom
right now.
Hanks, money fucking green, XB with TE37s on it. Tommy Hanks is going
Get
harder
the
than any of
fuck
us, dude.
Out of here.
That's-
You
bro.
want to join Night Style?
I mean,
with
to
that
be
thing?
honest,
Dude, Tommy Hanks is in Night Styles now.
There he is.
it's fine.
This just in.
His fitment's a little weak.
Nah,
Needs-
that's acceptable.
Whoa,
That's
that's an
daily
SUV.
What's an E-Box?
It's
That's
the first
economy
E-Box.
spec, baby.
An EV one? Wait, what?
Wow.
This says RAV4.
E-Box
Busting
after
out
driving
the
the first
electric slide
prototype.
all over these peasants.
It's a pure electric car, not a hybrid, with no gasoline engine. E-Box transports its occupants serenely and efficiently at speed or in traffic. Oh, E-Box is something totally different now.
It looks like it's just built-
Why does it look, that looks like the photo from The Office when Michael Scott first
that's
gets the job.
crazy.
yeah. It's
Told you Tom Hanks was the man. There he is.
definitely crazy. Either way.
God's
Scion
wheel.
XB.
Look at that.
With
Dude,
the-
Wild Stevens chat saying last episode was a goddamn hit.
That's good. Happy to hear that. Appreciate it.
See that? Somebody thought it.
This one gonna be even better.
Rogue status. Matt
Rogue
Wood.
status.
Rogue status.
There we
Rogue
go.
status?
Rogue status.
Rogue
yeah,
status.
that's the name
It's,
of
it's
it.
before you were born.
Yeah, I don't know. Any,
Did a
about
gun,
that.
I think? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You know what's actually
Oh
not-
my god.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
There's some on eBay for not as crazy as I thought money, but
There we go.
Let me see this thing.
Nick, I could split the screen, but
He doesn't
Corey
know
would
how
have
to
to plug into this like ATEM mini thing.
do that.
There we go.
Oh, we're looking at the full build.
Yeah.
Was it Papadakis that built it?
So I found the right one. I just couldn't find it under rogue status.
Yeah.
Papa
Also, are those TEs as well on the bottom?
Negative.
No. Come on.
What are those fucking things?
Dookie. Those look like
Oh, those look like
those are real Nimzos.
There's like 800 wheels that was
sweet Nimzos, dude.
Sweet Nimzos.
Anyway, that's a cool ass car. Steph Papadakis right there.
There you go. Wow. Matt Wood.
Nailed it.
Damn, that engine is like right where your foot
No,
would go.
Carman Cam says a Papadakis build. Matt Wood came through with rogue status. Thank you, guys.
Wow. So that's cool. Look at that. 2G single motor, 6
They put different wheels on it in every photo.
It seems.
Was it my house?
This is fucking Jordan's build, dude.
It seems so.
This guy's buying wheels off you one at a time.
3 wheels at a time.
Listen, I got 3 blue wheels. That was all 4. I can see them.
That is a pretty wild build to do, especially
Ben drove it for some reason.
15 years ago.
Well, hey, we get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Mystery
don't
solved.
even know how we got there.
Hey, thanks for listening. Revive Motor / B4B. Think about us. See ya.
And on that note, let's see, what else do we have for callbacks? I think I have one, but I have
We could
to
do what
dig
the
it up.
Midas Touch guys do. We can just break our podcast up into like 19, 15-minute episodes.
14 episodes.
And then get a massive hit.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody just listens to it one at a time.
Just a little bit at a time. A little bit.
Just the tips. Over and
Just
over.
a little bit. It's like a little appetizer over and over again. Josh, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something?
I had a callback, but I think it's deep in the
He's looking
PayPal.
for a social.
All right, you keep digging. I would talk about a previous guest that's been on the show,
Let me hear about it. Scott Norton.
Tony Michael Jones.
John's. Scott, obviously, great guest of the show, but Mr. Harper from Harper Fab,
Oh, Kyle Harper.
his oil pan sold out again.
Of course I saw that.
Under-
again.
In like 4 minutes.
Seen those things?
Under 5 minutes. It's
Get it done,
incredible.
baby.
It's
Get it done.
absolutely
So
incredible.
proud.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. It's awesome. So shout out to him. And just encouraging more people, I think, to do this swap. And they're just like waiting on bated breath for him to drop them in.
He's a guy. Listen, I want to talk about what Matt Wood just mentioned. Let's talk about last Sunday. The old donut meat.
I can believe that happened.
I'll tell you what. We ordered our best donut meat weather, which is 41 degrees and rain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got there. We were all there pretty early, thinking no one was going to show up. Absolutely shocked at the turnout. I'll tell you what, in the beautiful town of Johnson, Rhode Island, there is a donut war going on that we only benefit from. My favorite Days and Glazed Donuts has had a competition open right down the street. I think it's homemade
American donuts. or
American
something?
donuts
Yeah.
with a glaze just beyond reason.
Which I'm
They're selling donut holes, which is the play.
Beyond words.
I ordered a dozen glazed donuts, and she's like, "Is that all?" I'm like, "Nah, let me get some donut holes." And she pulls out a little bag. I'm like, "I want 36 of them."
Tariffs bringing
Back
back
to the
American
back.
Donuts.
going to
Yep.
need you to pump those numbers
I'm going
up.
to need more. Yeah.
We're bringing back American donuts, dude. I'll tell you what, those babies went. I had about fucking 24 of those munchkins, the donut holes myself, and then those things disappeared, man, for a light crowd.
How many did you have when you got here?
Well, there were 12
Yeah.
when I arrived.
You munched on the 24 on the way over.
But dude, they were so good.
watch
Oh,
out! Watch
yeah.
out for the cable.
Hey, we had Chinese food before, so we're gonna be dipping out here and there.
I'm scared to break the seal
Josh
right
did
now.
not specify which end the Wii was coming out of.
Yeah, dude, we went to the banned Chinese restaurant, and it was fucking perfect, dude.
Tell you what, prices aren't up there yet.
Prices on up. No, they're getting that 125% tariff though. I think soon, which is a bummer.
And
But yeah,
don't go with
don't.
lung cancer because it smells like cigarettes.
Hell no. I'll tell you what. It's But besides the donuts, because we had a lot of donut participation, which I was very happy with. I couldn't believe everybody that showed up, man. It was crazy. I honestly thought it was gonna be like we're gonna be there for 15 minutes, be like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's pack it up.
Yeah, it was. It was about 9:10, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna stick this out for about 20 more minutes before I'm just gonna go
Get
home.
the hell out of here.
And
But yeah,
then cars after cars after cars after cars.
rolling up, just good to see everyone. I think everybody was kind of jonesing to get out.
Homies down the street.
The boys down the street, the Honda boys down the
Honda
street,
boys
your
down the street
homies.
came through. Yeah, definitely my homies.
That's amazing that they came through.
It
Are
was
they
also-
listeners?
They are now.
Boys?
They are now. Yeah. Shop right down the street.
We got to see what's going on in that shop.
And they brought what's going on, and it's
Something?
they're cooking.
I would love to
came with
see what they're
one-
cooking.
With
Yeah.
a 1 gallon fuel cell in the car.
Yeah.
That's all he needed
yeah,
to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what they're
Some
chefing
real
up.
cool stuff. If you made it to a meet, maybe they'll make it as well. You guys can
Wow.
sound off at
Oh.
each other.
Low blow like
Listen,
that.
I was gonna come, but we're working on the my buddy's drift car over there.
What does that have to do with me?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't come. We were working on the car.
You come here.
Why is your
then we'll
voice
go
cracking?
after.
Listen, some people work
He's
on
lying,
their
that's why.
cars.
His
I
voice
don't know what to
cracking
tell
a
you.
He
little
wasn't doing shit.
Hanging around his house.
Playing games,
Yeah,
shitting.
stroking mushrooms over there. I'll tell you what, though. A lot of good stuff. Nice styles came out. Saw that.
You know what we didn't do?
What
Pick
didn't we
a
do?
winner.
We didn't pick a winner.
Didn't pick a winner.
Never pick a winner. Also,
Somehow always forget to pick a winner.
yeah, I don't know. I don't really know who won, if I'm honest.
We make the sign specifically to give away.
Uh-huh.
Didn't pick a winner.
I got a little biased
Little bias. Josh, who do you think would win the donut meet? Shout it.
from the rooftops.
I thought about it.
Think of who has the sticker on the car. No biased.
I think
I give the Night Styles boys just for the exit and the roundabout.
True.
there you go.
We closed it down. We had a little session on the roundabout.
You guys want one to share? You got a communal space?
I got one. I want to let Zach hold the other one.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna let Zach hold it
All right.
because that was nice. I should have filmed it,
No, it's smart move.
but you don't want to
Nah,
film it.
Yeah.
Just testing the
He's got to
tarmac.
come in May to get it, though.
Okay.
He's got to come in May
He's
to
been
get
coming to all of them, too.
it. It's the first time I've
He's
seen
going
it.
to keep coming.
I was telling everybody that roundabout on the way in. If
Right to jail.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Bankruptcy!
No.
That's
There
the
you
one.
go. Yeah.
I'm gonna come.
I'll tell you, you come that early in the morning, man. 7:30, you can blast right through that goddamn roundabout. It wasn't even 7:30. It was like 8:30.
Yeah. That roundabout
Straight
was
lined
smooth.
it.
On
You
a
hit a
fun
little
day.
bit of the rumble strip on the inside.
I was already halfway through, and then I saw the Alto workers doing its work. I had to throw another lap. I had to do two of them.
It's a mirror, buddy. It's not all.
I mean, I thought it was a donut meat. I just
It's close enough,
did
right?
a different type of donut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never seen so many people confused entering that roundabout.
They all waited.
Yeah,
They were very- they were
That's
very
one way to
patient
make
about
them
it.
stop.
Dude, they
Yeah.
all
They were
Yeah.
very patient about it.
That's
I was
true.
like, holy shit, they're all waiting as the cars fucking spin around the
And then
whole
the little
thing.
kid catched up to me, like a car full of like teenagers, like that shit was sick. And I was like, "What was sick? What are you talking about?"
Get out of here. Hey, get out of here.
I didn't
Get the
see
fuck outta
nothing.
here.
Matter of fact, I'm
I had to
blind.
show him tail lights, and that was it.
So that was cool. I'm trying to think of what else came out. We had the Honda Boys come out.
It was cool.
That would came out.
It's a good
Always love to see
season
that.
opener.
Yeah, it was good,
It's good to see
especially
everybody, man. I miss everybody.
knowing the shit weather. Like it was gonna rain.
Nah, I burned off for a
Kinda rain.
second. It slowed down for a second.
It did come in and out.
Yeah, standing water wasn't as high as it usually is in the parking lot. So
You guys are-
which was a positive.
you guys were just giving me a chubby over here. So it was going in and out. They were coming.
it's getting pretty chilled
Sounded
up.
like a fun
Is that why you're
donut
sitting
meet.
all crazy right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good donut meet. You missed
With
it.
Texas
I
Tuck
know. I
going
wanted
on
to
over
come.
there.
My car was face down, ass up, diff out, dude.
There you
What do you
go.
want me to do?
Diff out, rear
Get it
diff,
done before Sunday.
rear diff on the ground.
Is
Is,
this
that
what
what
it
you're saying?
takes for you to not do that burnout? You're just making your car
I
inoperable.
I pulled the diff out. I was like, I can't make it, guys.
Damn it.
What's the current status of your E36 vehicle? Functioning or non-functioning?
It's the engine's all done, and my diff got dropped off today because I didn't want to put together an LSD diff. So, fuck that.
So good though. So worth it.
Yeah. I got clutch packs from Racing Diffs, and I had Tyler, who's working with Nils, put it all together for me.
Okay.
He's
You
done
had
one or
LSD
two.
before, or you're going to LSD now?
I had LSD, then I took LSD out because it wasn't working good and did welded, which was cool because like it always went sideways. It wasn't like a crapshoot.
Yeah, but you got enough torque. That's not a problem. You might
Yeah.
want to dial it back.
Well, the LSD clutch packs he showed me a picture were smoked.
This is a factory LSD.
Yeah,
So it's like what, a one way, pretty much.
yeah.
Like you let off, it's just dead open. Type of
I
thing.
think so. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still factory. I just put sick clutch packs in it.
Yeah, brand new. That should be as good as like a
Yeah.
brand new two way. Yeah.
It's I don't know. Apparently they're really fucking good. It goes from 5% lock to 50% lock. So we'll see how that is.
There you go.
6 to 9.5.
Dude,
like
I
that.
didn't.
Giggity.
Real quick though.
Yep.
So I took the engine apart to fix that. To fix that
It
oil
must
leak.
fix.
The
I must
feeks,
fix the
feeks.
oil leak.
Maybe a little feeks.
I took it all apart.
It's Tenny Feeks.
I was like, while I'm in here, I'm gonna seal everything up,
Oh, boy.
readjust
Oh,
all the
God.
valves and shit.
You've started this car again.
Oh, no. You fucking did more valve things? Oh, no.
No, that was all fine.
You gonna buy a new intake?
I sealed it all back up, started it.
Hey, did you put sand in there for good measure?
I didn't do that. That's another company's thing. Started up, still had lifter noise.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll take the whole thing apart. Order
Heavier oil.
lifters. Did lifters.
Yep.
Put it all back together. Forgot to seal the intake manifold with
Nice.
the RTV front and back. Had to take it all apart. Did it again.
Bro, do even lift?
Dude. So that was my fucking... I literally took the intake manifold on and off about 16 times.
How long until you're doing that again?
Never.
Is the lifter noise still... is it gone now?
It's gone now.
Hey. Did you put the lifters in?
I did.
All right.
I did the lifters,
Tell us.
valve adjustment.
There he is.
You got to get your difter back, right?
Why did that guy say to PM him?
You might want to
You
might want to
send him a
PM him.
message.
Hit him with the
I don't
private
know
message.
who that is.
That's that kid BM. You don't know?
Oh, I think he wanted to buy my wheels.
I don't know. Shook,
It was
you
only
gotta-
4
You got
weeks
to get
ago.
that 36 back out there, pal. I'll
Oh,
be honest
shit.
with you. The grid at Lock City, not looking good on the BMW department. I need one with style out there so I can have a little bit of faith.
Okay, yeah.
I need
I
you
ordered
out
a new arrow for it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys that. I ordered a new arrow.
More paint?
We got some, more paint
More
jail. New overs, new front overs.
Yeah, I was
Jesus,
No skirties.
little Home Depot overs.
I got new spatties.
Full rebuild. No driving. in
what are we
2025.
doing again?
Is
Like,
it a secret? Which one's
No,
there?
I'll show you after. I got.
Just say the name.
It's a secret.
Shout it out.
I don't want to say it out
See,
loud.
so it is a secret.
It's not a secret. I just want somebody to buy it and paint it and
Bro,
put it on
you're
before I
gonna
do.
gatekeep on the podcast, bro?
I
No
can't
way.
believe
You're
you're
gatekeeping
right now. I'm
Bro.
gatekeeper right
Gaslighting?
now. When it's painted on my car, then I'll let you know.
Okay, fine.
You're never going to let him know now?
I got a hood vent,
Let him know.
couple hood vents, and then I got my wing.
You wanna
Is it a cheese grater style?
You wanna
has,
pop them in?
50 vents in it?
No, I'll show you. It was an Amazon
God.
special. It was pretty sick.
Oh god.
love that.
Not Amazon.
From
I got,
Bezos
no,
himself.
I got a Dremel. We'll pop them in.
Yeah, I'm a Dremel right in. Other than that, car's ready to go. Oh,
Wait, you just listed
Like 20 things.
almost the
well,
entire
that
car
shit,
in Arrow.
That shit, I'm not in a rush to do. That's like
No, you never are. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
if I ball it up, then I'll have some parts. But what you guys didn't know is I
How you gonna
sold the
ball it up?
Civic.
You don't drive it.
What do you mean I don't drive it? I drive it every event.
What if the parking brake goes when it's in the garage?
I don't have a parking brake. Can't brake when you don't have it. I sold my Civic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a successful.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I bought 2 E36 convertibles.
Stocks.
All right.
Stonks. $600.
Okay. And what'd you do with those?
So one of them
Roll
I'm
them
on
up.
a daily, and the other one I'm parting out. But I
What?
bought the second one for the carpet. It just happened to come with a 68,000 mile M52.
Didn't you already do this before?
No,
Yep.
You didn't have
Yeah.
a second E36 before?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
but I didn't part it out. I
What-
sold it. I fix and
What's
sell.
what's the point?
So now he just bought 2 of them.
Bought 2. I'm
To
going
do
to
the
fix
same
one,
thing.
drive it, and then part the other one out to make my money back on both.
You're
Look,
in a
making
daily
Corey
one?
cry right
Are
now,
you just?
dude.
He's just
Yeah,
cornering the
Corey's fucking
market.
tearing up, dude.
Hey, if you got a cheap E36 or so, I'll buy
He's
it.
just
Let me know.
cornering the
Another
market on E36.
No one wants them.
What do you mean? Everybody
E36
wants it.
convertible?
The market's,
E36
the market's
convertible?
tanking.
It's
He's taking
insane.
advantage.
So the convertible is slept on, man, because nobody wants them.
Sucks, dude.
Nobody wants them, but I do because you
No,
get,
that's the
you
thing. I don't think
you
it's
get a
slept on.
328 swap for cheap because people are like, oh, convertible sucks. You buy it for $1,000, you sell the motor for $1,000, and now the rest of that car is liquid in your pocket. You can sell one bolt, you're up.
Liquid in my pocket
You got
right
some
now.
liquid for sure, but
Dude, my
I
man,
don't think it's in your
I didn't have
pocket.
Chinese food.
I think
you
my
guys
man,
did.
officialist Dave, just said the nicest thing anyone said to us. Spending time with Jesse Whistler, I was always like, man, this guy's his own thing. And now I'm watching these guys, and I see it's a Rhode Island guy thing. So, are we as good at Jesse at stuff?
I'm definitely not.
That's true. Jesse's the best. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to us.
Big
Thank
shout
you.
to
All right. So you also posted about if anyone had an engine for sale or wanted to trade.
No, okay.
E36 Vert, the Ford Taurus of the Euro market.
Hell yeah.
TD's with the hottest fucking take.
The Ford Clitoris, baby. I did post my engine. I was gonna try and trade my engine for a ZF setup because I have a low mile 328. But if I could get like a ZF in cash, just turbo the M52.
Ah, yeah, the old.
You're going to get rid of the Ford motor?
Oh, my brother.
Yeah, and then I would turbo the 6.
You're turboing
Wait.
the 6 in the daily?
This is such a waste of
No,
time.
in the drift car.
Nah, in the drift
Okay,
car.
okay.
So this
We
is
want to make sure it never works.
So the daily is going to remain a daily.
Oh yeah, I did get a 6-speed swap for it though, or it's
Okay,
lined
so the
up.
daily is
think-
already fucked.
you just like pain.
Yeah, I like working on cars, guys. I don't know if you noticed.
you
This
sure?
is a podcast
I think
about cars.
that's no. I think that's you like
God's
working
motor's
on the
dead.
cars more than anything.
Yeah, he's a wrench man.
Yeah, I like working on cars. I mean, the drift car is ready to
He likes
drift.
working on them so much he pulled that intake off 3 times in one night.
Yeah, one of the nights I sealed it twice.
So hold on.
I just couldn't go home knowing that I sealed it.
You like Hondas.
Not
right?
anymore. No, I
And-
hate them.
He's done with
And
Hondas.
you
No, I'll
like,
literally never own
you
another one
like
again.
swapping engines, and this guy makes oil pans to go into Beamers.
Yeah, I know.
Why
It's
don't
like
you
in a
just put
perfect
your
world,
favorite
right?
engine?
It's
in
not
the
my
car you
favorite
have?
engine. No, it's not my favorite engine anymore. I'd rather fucking stick a pistol up my asshole and blow my nuts
Well,
off.
that's
than
because
buy
you bought
another
one
Honda
that was
stamp
sitting on the
product.
beach 3 times.
Where the hell are you nuts?
I didn't pick it out.
Yeah, you did.
Where are you nuts, dude?
You gotta tilt the gun forward. You shoot through the.
Say Jesus.
You shoot through the.
There's
G
easier
spot
ways though. There's a more direct.
out the nuts.
Yeah, cheddar bob it. Hell yeah.
Oh
the
my
dick off.
god. Well, it's good to see that you have a long-term plan for the E36.
Oh, it's all over.
Not
the fucking
changed
place.
even slightly.
Listen, you can't plan anything. Okay, life changes every day, right? So I'm prepared. I'm
For
prepared
what?
for many situations that haven't even happened yet.
Wait,
What are you prepared for?
I'm prepared to
You're
take
not
a
prepared-
trade
you're not
on a
prepared
ZF
to
transmission
get to work.
for a V8 swap.
Dude,
What do you mean?
he's prepared for the problems he causes.
Yeah, you gotta always.
Carmen
always
Kim
be ready.
Said what everyone's thinking.
ABR, always be ready. ABR.
Yeah, but young Ben never turned a wrench in his life.
but he can wield a knife.
I'm gonna fucking talk ill of him right now. He's fucking
really-
unbelievable at carving up fools.
Handy with the steel right now.
Is he? Oh no, what happened?
He's a fucking
He's a
butcher.
fucking butcher, dude.
Oh, I don't care. I'll shoot him. I'm pretty sure bullets are pretty much everybody's
He's a
weakness.
butcher. He's a butcher. You know, he's got a sick Grand Cherokee.
He does.
No one ever sat in the back seat.
Nope, nothing's been back there but his girlfriend's knees. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
No cake in the passenger seat.
Ben's out there fucking
It's true.
getting it home.
Well,
Love
we look
fucking
forward
Ben. Ben's
to.
really fucking the Phoenix rising from the ashes
Anyways,
right
yeah,
now.
if you got a ZF swap, you're looking for God's engine for it. I'm trying to try out God's second engine.
Okay.
I enjoy. I'll be sure to ask and look forward to more of your
Mid-May.
E36 updates. The
Carmen
constant.
Cam, I need
never
the you can't prepare for life's changes in Macho Man.
I need that. You can't prepare. Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do it on command.
Yeah, no, it's going to be natural.
Yeah.
It's going to drift into it.
Been watching a lot of 80s Ultimate Warrior clips.
Dude, that clip, I was crying. The one you sent of this is what
Drinking
an
it out of
energy drink feels like. I was showing it to my wife, and she was just like shaking her head, like you have a problem.
The amount of cocaine.
Good.
That was
Did
done.
you ever see the cow he raised?
Excuse me?
He fed a bull steroids for like years,
Okay.
and there's a picture of the thing. And it's if you turn the Macho Man into a bull, that's what it is. Insane veins on this thing. Dude. No, I'm not Macho Man. Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
was like a cult leader.
Yeah.
He fed a bull steroids for its whole life. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah, you bring this up.
I'm working
He's
on
deep
it.
into
Yeah,
it right
yeah,
now,
I'm working on it.
dude. The Ultimate Warrior was a troubled individual. Is there like any 30 on 30 on this guy?
I don't know if they get into it on a lot of the existing documentaries about him.
I'm pretty sure that's what the small block Ford is nicknamed, the Ultimate Warrior. is.
Just fucking grabbing the ropes.
Dude, that's just,
He had like a website for the bull. It was probably going now.
There's
The
no
internet
way
probably
he's
got rid
still
of it.
alive, right?
No, he
No,
died
he died.
immediately.
I think
Yeah,
like probably 10 years ago or
The
something
bull
like
or
that.
the guy?
Both. My blood does not pump like normal blood.
Normal blood.
And it's like, oh my god,
It's
dude.
so good. So good.
Yeah, because it's too thick. That's why.
Dude, I gotta watch some Ultimate Warrior clips because I feel like I need to get fired up.
I think they might have scrubbed this cow from the internet.
Dude, they definitely did.
I know what you're talking about, but I think they scrubbed it.
You got to go on the way back machine. That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. He was a wild guy.
sounds
Wild
like
guy.
a cool guy.
He used to get down.
He'd probably drive an E36 convertible like that.
I don't know. I don't know if that's
Yeah, it's all him versus the British
Yeah.
British Bulldog, dude.
All
Yeah,
right,
anyways,
well,
big
hey,
shouts to Ultimate Warrior.
Hey.
Chuck, I'm just happy you're out there working on stuff.
Yep.
Rest in power to the Warrior.
Yeah, we'll see. I should make the next donut. We'll see.
You got May 4th.
Oh, Star Wars one. I gotta
Yep.
get the battery up in the Star Wars van.
Yeah.
May the 4th.
That's painful.
That's preposterous.
Why is that your favorite day?
We're gonna be out there. SSE.
Oh.
No.
We're going to get to that. You're going to explain to us what SSE is.
Yeah, don't talk about it yet.
Super enchilada.
You don't want to ruin it.
What else do we have for callbacks? Anything? Or anything coming up this week? What's coming up this week?
It's the UMass
Shitty
Motorsport
weather.
show Saturday, and it's going to be so shitty. Definitely not going to go. But if it's somehow nice, I'll go. I literally started firing up the cars before it got super cold again, which was great. Drove the M6 and it had a brake. What happened? What's going on there? Brake wear warning came up on it.
Yep.
So finally, after 40 years, the rear brakes on the M6 have finally worn to the sensor.
That's crazy.
You gotta give him a call back, dude.
Dude, I had to call
I
mine.
got to put that thing back together. Got to get that going. I got to do my oil changes. I was waiting for my credit card to pop over before I put that big charge on there. You know,
The big charge.
the oil baron over here.
Oh
So
my god.
I got to get that. I went to friggin' pick up a car with my brother. I told you my brother ordered a car,
Yes.
and it got him right before the tariffs, which now aren't a thing. So he's a sucker. But nonetheless, he went to bring his own financing, man. And these dealerships out there are literally like putting up roadblocks so you can't do that. It's insane. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be legal, but like they did everything they possibly could so he couldn't bring his own financing.
What like I only heard like part of the scenario of what happened, but like
Basically, like he got everything in order before he went there, and the idea was I'm going to show up with a bank check
yeah,
and leave with this car
bank check in my trade,
in his trade.
an agreed upon dollar amount for the trade.
Right.
Correct. And
So the trade was owned by the bank he was getting this bank check through. So they were just like, okay, here's your loan's paid on this car.
yeah,
So here it is. Treat the car as straight cash.
yeah,
Here's the check for the difference. And the dealership was like, well, we need the title, so we can't do that.
yeah. It's obviously I don't have the title because
It just got paid off.
Yeah.
And the bank was like, well, we'll send give them a letter of guarantee that we're giving them the title. And the dealership was like, we don't care.
yeah, crazy.
And then the dealership wouldn't take draft checks, which basically is a check from the bank that's like, hey, we're going to give you the money.
yeah,
That's just how it's always normally done. So he had to bring a bank check. I mean, it was a fucking disaster to the point where like he just ended up financing through the dealership.
yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, there's no other way to do it. It was literally like a dick measuring contest between the dealership and he was going through the U.S. Navy Bank. And I was like, you guys are going to fuck around. Like, SEAL Team 6 is going to kick the goddamn glass in.
Right. They
You guys are
found
on
Bin
the
Laden.
island. You don't think a battleship can hit this dealership?
And
What are you guys fucking...
I was gonna say, yeah, it's right there.
Who are you playing games
It's
with?
right there. Don't you know who they
I mean,
are?
at this point, I'm texting my sister, and she's like, how's it going? I'm like, this is the experience I knew was going to happen. I'm sitting on a military base in a bank right now.
The crazy. So
They have told people I know that if you they will not sell you a car with your own financing,
crazy,
which is insane.
crazy talk.
That's why you're going to go Lightstream, show up with that money in your bank account,
So
put it on a
for
credit
them,
card.
for them, after all of that, say, hey, you can refinance it whatever you want, but if you wait 4 months, we get the bonus. So if you could refinance after that,
The bank told him that. The bank was like, if you refinance it before the first 3 months,
yeah,
they won't get the bonus.
yes. Is that crazy?
Oh, the bank said that about the dealership.
I guess, yeah.
overall.
Yeah, they're like,
Right,
you can
right.
refinance it whenever you want. You refinance it today.
yeah,
So their own financing,
But you basically
threw
fuck the
them under
dealership
bus.
over if you refinance it right away.
yeah.
Which honestly, you're not even. I mean, I don't know. It's the policies that are set up at these dealerships. This is part of a dealership group,
Yeah.
specifically to discourage
Bring your own finance.
bring your own finance. Because I guess if he had given them the check and waited like the 15 days for them to get the title, he could have gotten the car.
Yeah. But
But you're sitting there with like a brand new car in front of you, and they're like, "Yeah, you can grab it like
2
half a
weeks
month from now."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
after waiting
the patience gets you.
5 months.
So rather than waiting 15 days, you can literally just get the car, finance with them, go to the next day to the bank, refinance it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is a them problem, Matt Wood. I know most dealerships don't do this.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah, it was.
Right. When ultimately they're,
It shouldn't
They're
fucking
selling
matter
the car.
because they're putting points on the financing, obviously.
Yeah, to make extra money.
right.
So instead of doing like,
And this is a car that like he ordered. So yeah, I mean, there's a
It
lot of
is.
times you walk from a deal, but
Yeah.
when you ordered it and you've waited 8 weeks and it shows up, it's like
yeah.
they know they got you. They get
Also,
over a fucking
the
barrel,
weeks of
dude.
deliberation of like specking it out.
Dude, and he spec'd it out perfect. I mean, the car's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fucking sucked. Yeah, that's true. We should have made the fucking. Oh, I could just drive this Land Cruiser through your dealership.
Drive right through the fucking front door.
Hey, you know what looked nice in the showroom?
A Land
That
Cruiser.
fucking old Lexus.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to bring my own
I should have
financing.
leaned on it. God damn it, I wasn't thinking.
Oh, I'm going to make my own parking spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the bank check right at the manager's desk, out the window of my
right
truck.
out of my window.
Wow, yeah, that's true. Probably should have just popped through the door.
At least popped it up on the curb.
It was
as
my
like
time, dude.
Yeah.
You put the front wheels on the curb. It's just like your letter of intent.
This is my. This is your last. This is the last letter we're sending.
Yeah.
I'm on the curb.
Yeah.
That's the warning shot.
Problems.
It's going to get real. I mean, it's already interesting, right? But it's going to get more interesting.
Well,
Especially
because of the tariffs, the trade-in on his Golf R was insane.
Yeah, went up. Big
Insane.
time.
really.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, huge.
It was,
Like,
which obviously dropped in value immediately today when he suspended the tariffs. So I mean, price-wise, you'd also be crazy to walk because he had a good price agreed on it under MSRP.
Yep.
And then he had an insane trade price because like Carvana and everything went through the roof on that shit.
Right.
So
I got an email. Like, I don't know how they even got, but like for my 1 Series, it's like your 1 Series is going up 20%. I was like, well, now it's worth $2,200.
it's like a fine wine, baby. It just keeps going up.
Yeah.
It's just waiting. Like, hold like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, get real hands on that thing, dude.
What else do we got for callbacks?
I don't know what's going on. Oh, Carman Kim, time for a thinner wear sensor on the M6. It's absolutely right. I probably should just trim that baby down.
Yeah. I gotta order my oil stuff too.
Yeah, I'll probably do that next couple days.
Yeah. I ordered Honda oil. I got my filter. I got my. Not only do I have a new crush washer, I got a new drain plug and crush washer.
Dude,
as well.
I did an oil change on my
You
fucking.
don't need the fucking crush wash.
I did an oil change on my wood chipper and changed the crush washer just because.
Yeah, of course.
It was stuck on there too.
Why
I'm like,
wouldn't
fuck
you?
those guys.
Nah, fuck
I'm
all
changing it.
Nah, fuck
Dude,
all
it's
that.
mint. I put 3 on there.
Yeah,
Jordan,
why
have you
wouldn't
ever actually changed the oil in the Miata?
I just did last week, actually. Trans, diff, and engine.
All right.
Yeah.
And the engine cooler, which sucks to do because you got to pull the whole thing out of the car and fucking shake it upside down.
get all the oil out?
We pull
Yeah, it
the whole
sucks.
motor out, shake it upside down.
I don't think I've ever once, since I've owned that car for the 7 years, changed the crush washer on anything, and none of it leaks. That's a myth.
I don't know.
That's a Alex Jones lie.
You think it's big crush washer?
Yeah.
Crush
What
washer?
kind of money is big crush washer
the
making?
CIA
off of this, dude?
is making you change
Big-
your crush washer.
Big
to boost the
aluminium is
economy.
really fucking.
It's just like
Big washer is really imposing on you guys.
Dude.
And you guys are nothing but subjects to the brutality.
Right. You're just sheep.
I'm ordering.
just
Me
carrying-
and Shook, we're carrying the revolution.
I'm up here carrying water for big washer and I didn't even know it.
I'm ordering
Now-
the drain bolt and the crush washer.
Yeah,
they
Corey
got
always
you.
replaces the
They got
drain
you
bolt,
good.
dude.
I have
Yeah.
drain bolts on my Ford swap from 1992.
Dude, I take off when I do
Talk
my
to him.
oil. I take off the whole pan and replace it,
That's great.
whole thing.
I'm pretty sure I have the
Yeah,
same
well,
crush washer.
I've never
from
even
1992.
I've never even undone the drain plug, and I replaced the crush washer. I put the whole new pan on.
washer with all these tariffs.
All new bolts.
Ain't no Chinese washers coming back for you now.
Yeah, dude, that's true. It's going through the roof.
Gotta make.
hell was
Gotta
that?
get the American.
Don't worry about
washers.
it.
To be fair, he's had like 3 car crashes tonight.
My yeah, crush washer prices are going through the roof, dude. I'm glad I stocked up. Now that I got 3 months to buy whatever I want,
Yeah.
Prepare for the fall.
Right? Is it
100% tax on
I'm
those
going
crush
to the
washers.
Italian car dealership, baby.
fucking wild?
I'm taking a root cellar.
Fiat. I'm taking a root cellar. I'm gonna have so much goddamn cabbage down there. So much purple Chinese cabbage on in the root cellar.
Doubling the size of my garden. I'm digging a root cellar.
Yep.
You gonna grow
fallout shelter while you're
you
at
gonna
it.
grow oil crush washers?
No, I mean the fucking car doesn't matter at that point.
We get 3 months left to live.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just fucking cut a hole in a quarter.
Yeah.
Drill
Yeah.
us a quarter.
I'm hoping to see some panic buying. You know what I mean?
That'll still be
I'm hoping to
cheaper
see
than
some panic
buying a
selling.
washer.
I'm hoping to see some fucking
what I wanna see,
C8
panic-
vets,
Panic
baby.
selling.
What are you
That's
trying
it.
to buy?
Who was I
Nothing.
telling the other day that the
Absolutely
best car
I
for them is a
heard
vet?
the market's good on Vert E36s.
Oh, my buddy
It is.
Jeff.
Yeah.
He wants a manual V8, and it was you obviously just want a C8 vet, and he's like, yeah, but those are stupid. I'm like, they're
Nah.
fucking sick, dude.
He wants
Like,
a Mustang.
Mustang.
We all want a Mustang.
Yeah,
I would
know.
I would absolutely have a Mustang again.
6-cylinder automatic
Or
open diff.
C5 Corvette. Lately
Baloney
I've been
pony,
like,
dude.
Big mullet.
Get me a baloney pony. You want a C5 vet?
C5 Corvette.
Baloney pony. Is that a
Baloney
V6
pony, dog.
Mustang?
Yeah, dude. Open diff automatic V6 Mustang.
It's fucking baloney.
Dude, #1 rental car, the
Red
baloney pony.
05 GT convertible.
Let's
Perfect.
go, baby.
Look at that.
Oh!
That's what I'm talking
That yellow
about.
one was my first
That's
love.
a C5, baby? That's what
Yep.
you need?
Yep.
Yeah, and
That-
you got to
that's-
get. I don't know the correct names, but you see the difference between.
The Z06 and
No, see how this.
Oh, the trim
yeah,
packages.
that's the vert.
That's the midlife crisis notchback. Yeah.
There's one that's got like a long glass, or maybe
On
it's
the
just
right.
photos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh,
yeah.
there she is, yeah.
That's called the New Balance Longback.
That's the NB458.
so whatever this.
You want
roof
that
style
trim.
is
That-
versus.
Yeah,
I like
that's-
that one.
I like that one.
Yeah, because that's got to be the convertible.
You
one
like the
right there.
notchback?
Yeah,
No, I like the long. I'm a
That's
long
a
glass.
straight
Yeah,
up
I like
trunk.
the long back.
I'm a
Well, I
long
like
glass
I like
daddy.
my party in the back.
Oh, there's my first car. That Corvette
Dude,
with
that's
the
a
livery.
Moulet.
I used to have a Power Wheels. That thing gave me memories.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
That's
you should
what
grab
made me
it.
fall
Hey,
in love with cars.
maybe Night Styles all upgrades to vet daddies.
Vets. Yeah, we're gonna get vets. We're all looking at our X7s right now.
oh yeah. Are we all looking at RX-7s?
At least me and Ben are.
Hey, you guys are
FCs
big
or
to be a
FDs?
fucking.
FD. Big boy Dan has 2 FDs, like really nice ones.
Where do they
and
go?
Is he gonna sell you one?
No, he's gonna keep them all to himself.
So you want
But
to make
he-
sure you get no driving time
He,
ever
he
again.
Yeah,
made sure
exactly.
to let me sit in it and light a cigarette inside of it, and I was like, all right. Yeah,
That's how you sell a car.
I could get one of these.
That's how you
Yeah, that's
sell
how
a
a man
car.
sells a car.
Do that,
Yeah.
slap the roof,
Dude.
done deal.
Quick
Yeah,
wink,
have
that
yourself
thing's
a
out of
smoke
there.
there.
dude. You're never
Snap-
getting out of
Snap
that
the
thing.
throttle, light up a freaking bogey.
Your man
dude,
Dan
I'm
trying to
sold.
sell those to me?
I don't know if there's anything more American. What kind of cigarettes were you smoking?
Well, I was actually smoking Lucky Strikes from Japan. That was a gift.
All
from
right,
my
you threw
buddy.
me a curveball.
But all right, usually reds.
Okay,
You knew
yeah,
that's
see,
the
there
answer
we
you
go.
expected.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah.
Hatch
Do they make you
for
poop?
fixed roof, Z06. All right.
Does cigarettes make you poop?
Do they make you poop?
No. No.
I've heard just that Marb. Maybe it's Marb 27, Marb 23,
Marb 100 maybe.
Marb 100. I
The,
don't.
the gold one. That's
Sure.
what like people in nursing homes smoke.
Yeah, I've heard
Those
that,
smell disgusting.
I've heard that
That's
they make
what-
you poop.
That's what every Buick LeSabre smells like.
Yeah,
is
true.
that cigarette.
Maybe that's
They're all
why they
driving like
want to
this,
have
too?
It's a
regular
LaSabre.
movements.
It's not that they. It's that they were already old and they were already shitting themselves regardless. The
Well,
cigarette
I-
has nothing to do with it.
I just heard that
Oh, you think
cigarettes
it's
make
just
you poop.
it's just stats? It's just people that smoke
No,
those
Mar-
poop.
Marb 27. That's the one. That one makes you
What
poop.
the fuck is a Marb 27?
never
It's
heard
gotta
of
be
that.
that. It's gotta be that. I gotta Google it.
Never heard of that once in my life. You're smoking them big.
Are you
joints.
talking about fucking Haribo,
Brother,
fucking
what-
sugar-free gummies?
That looks like it's from the 70s. They don't even have a modern picture of this.
Number 27. That's the one. That'll make you poop.
All these pictures been developed.
Dude,
Smooth, rich, and mellow, like the shit that's gonna come out of
I've
you.
heard
Yeah,
from
okay.
Marlboro.
Yo,
and
grab a
Joro.
case. There's
Yo,
not even
the
there's not
hat.
even warnings on it.
Give me
dude.
the hat
Where's the hat?
on the left hand. Bingo, we got action. Let me
Oh,
hold
there it
that.
is.
Josh, don't you have that
Tree
hat?
Fitty?
no, I have a proper.
Oh, you sure? $350.
Brother, hook me up with a large. And
Wait,
look at
this
100
website's called War on
What
Sanity.
is happening?
Just go to the hats page. Go to the hats page. We gotta get.
Big hats guy.
We gotta get deep in this.
Featuring what does it say? Exploit.
It's got
cigarettes?
a fucking oil-soaked cigarette.
No, it's a epoxied cigarette
Brother,
and a lucky
what-
$2 bill.
What is the
What?
homepage of this website like?
What's happening?
From back when Marlboro
I don't know
Reds
what
used to
we're
cost
doing.
$2. That's what it said.
No, I thought it was like
They
a,
lost me.
This is
Had
some
me in the
Providence
first
shit.
half.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Anyways, Marb 27 make you poop.
What the hell is Shista Cola? What the fuck was that?
Shasta?
You see
Shasta
that?
Cola?
Shasta.
All right.
Hey,
off
call
the
boy
rails.
Tony Michael John's back.
Yo,
So
on air,
he called you?
he called me back.
That's fucking hilarious.
I didn't see it.
Brother, we can't. We're gonna try to talk to Tony Michael Johns.
Liverpool, New York. Am I putting him on the live right now?
Auburn, New York.
Just ask him how he's doing.
I love.
We wanted to,
Tell
see
me
if
you've
he's
seen him on
working.
the internet.
What's his name? Tony Michael Johns?
Yeah.
Tony Michael Johns, you're live with Revival
No,
Monday.
no,
No,
do
don't
that.
say
Don't do
that.
that.
Don't say that.
That's a terrible idea.
This is a terrible segment.
This
He's
is-
not
this
going
is
to answer
ter-
it, and then he's going
everybody-
to call me back again.
Everybody listening is gonna hate us right now. This is terrible.
I just
Yeah,
it's not gonna pick up.
It's fine. It's fine. Any deep thoughts?
No, I have
The world is a fuck.
some news, a little bit of news there. I haven't really done anything. I just got to do order
Deep
my oil change
thoughts?
stuff.
Deep thoughts.
I'm trying to think it. I had one.
I have a deep thought.
What do you got?
All right.
The New Edge Mustang
Yeah.
Yes.
is a USDM S14. I said it.
Don't they suck?
I said
No,
it.
they're like the turbo ones,
I
aren't
said
they?
95.
That's
no.
the one fucking Steed Jake used to have.
Oh, these
Like
are
a 03 Mustang is a USDM.
Oh,
99 to 04
S14.
body style.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, those things are straight up terrible, dude.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't think so. You're nuts.
They can be done really well.
They can be.
Have they?
So you got
Yeah, they can for sure.
A guy just posted one in a
Matter
group
of
that I
fact.
follow with an S14 front bumper, a GS300 rear bumper, and
Actually-
some other random shit. And
Brother.
it looked fucking
Oh, this
Corey, if you
Aren't they like 10,000 pounds?
if you Google
Don't they have
New
live
Edge
axles?
Drift Mustang,
dude.
there should be.
What?
They have
Aren't they-
solid rears.
Don't they have solid rears?
Yeah, they have solid rears. So if you get the whatever the Cobra R or whatever,
Yeah, the Cobra.
that has an IRS.
You
and
don't need IRS.
There are a bunch of people who do the swap.
I do, brother.
with advancements
There was
in
a set-
suspension technology.
There was a set of these
There it
that
is.
came out recently.
Oh, is that fucking Scott's lawn?
They came out with a
Scott's fist.
KBD body kit about this, and this is what you're excited about. That's why you like them.
No, it does make it look like that front end does make it look more.
Ironically,
like a
this is my
240.
favorite Mustang, but only as the Cobra. But these are not. These should not be on a drift track at all. These are terrible cars.
What do you mean? How are they terrible?
Carman Cam,
They
all
look
New
terrible,
Edge Cobras
they
have
sound terrible.
Cobras, yeah.
They have what, a 4.6 in it, right?
Yeah,
Great, terrible motor.
Matt Wood saying SN95 aged much better.
Like, look, there's every Lock City
They're-
C-Class car
They're
right now.
technically
Big.
both
Perfect.
SN95. Well, so the problem is all of them look like ass because no one knows how to lower them because they're not easy to
Actually,
lower.
pick that red one.
No, because no one has style anymore.
I mean, that one's kind
That just buy an S chassis.
Yeah, we got an hour seminar coming on style, so we're gonna take care of that.
I'm ready about it.
You guys should get these instead of the
true.
Brother,
Corvettes.
No,
No, the
Thank
KBD
you.
kit. I like the front bumper. The rest of it's ass.
no, it's KBD. Nothing is good about it. What are you talking about? Look at that. Really? The whole
it's
TikTok.
But that's
car? Come
takeover
on.
spec. That's takeover spec.
No, that's Lock City. It says Grid Life sticker right on the thing. Come
Oh,
on.
it does.
It is. It is like a lot. It is like the. I think.
Oh, dude, the chassis mount wing, that's sick.
Dude,
yeah,
if you're
dude.
listening, we're looking
What's
at
it called? Like the
pictures of
barrier for entry.
Mustangs. Nobody gives
Is
a
that
shit
like
about.
the saying?
No.
Barrier for entry. Mustang and 350Z, because it's so easy to drift them. A lot of them look horrible. But when they look cool, you're like, oh.
Nah, you lost me.
Yeah, no, this is all bad.
Yeah, this is terrible.
I'd still rather have a Z over this thing. And that says a lot.
I'd rather have a fucking XB, dude.
Deep thought,
That's crazy.
deep thought is nobody can style a drift car anymore. And
Is it deep
I
thought?
blame TikTok.
TikTok.
You think
Women.
TikTok is TikTok big in the drift world? I don't know what
TikTok is
really
big
is.
into ruining everything
Tik-
by making people who know jack shit about
And
everything
it's
popular.
a certain anybody under 25.
Yeah. And
Right.
anybody who has access to eBay and can type in the name and model of their car suddenly is
It's we used to make fun of this in Volkswagen stuff of like rep parts, rep wheels, all that sort. It's not cool. It's not good. That suddenly became okay.
Turns out it is cool.
Yeah, because what happens is the cool people who find all the cool shit, and found the whole scene of it, they like the good stuff. But then when you want to expand the scene to more people, not everybody can afford to do that.
Capitalism.
So
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking send it.
yeah, it just gets watered down. It gets watered down because you want to expand it, and the more you expand it, the worse it gets. So it's either you keep it niche and small, and it probably dies out on its own,
Yeah.
or
Well,
you,
that's
or you
thing.
expand anything.
Things have to obviously progress in order to stay alive. And if they're good, they will grow automatically.
Let it die.
Is Nice Styles putting in a bid for TikTok?
No, I don't have a TikTok.
I thought you guys were going to buy it.
I don't think. No,
I assumed you did.
no, I don't have a
American
problem.
company has to own soon.
Right.
Are they going
It's
to get
true.
rid of it?
Yeah. It was that 90 days as well.
I don't know, buddy.
There's so many 90-day things going on.
I don't know
can't
anything
keep
about
track.
TikTok. All I know about TikTok is like,
China.
what's his face? YouTube and everybody trying to knock it off with like their shorts.
The shorts, yeah.
So I'd assume everything on YouTube Shorts is just from TikTok.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reposted.
It's not good. 90 Day Fiance.
I mean, the car scenes have always had just like people getting into it that suck until they don't.
Yeah, there's a learning curve for sure on
So-
everything.
I mean, it's probably
Sometimes
the,
it's
the
steeper than
same.
others.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel
I mean,
like
let's not forget about the whole stance thing that we only just got out of. I mean,
Right. That's
that
yeah.
was worse than COVID.
There's still some people trying to hang on to it.
I know, but They look like the guy we saw riding his bicycle with the mask on today.
Yeah, holding on
In the
to
middle
it.
of fucking nowhere.
Really
dude.
just
wrong
hanging
with
by
stance?
himself a dead road. Yeah.
What stance are you talking about? Like mega camber?
Yeah, like the Hot Boy stance that you're definitely into.
Camber gang shit?
Camera gang shit.
Some cars looks cool.
Like a VIP.
Yeah, like if you like to.
Oh, I didn't say VIP, boys.
There's a
It depends on what the car is. I don't know.
I don't
There's
know.
a
As
lot
soon as
of
I
really
see
bad
camper
shit.
gang on a car's window, it's immediately
Don't remember the
I'm out.
entire
Yeah.
show
it's
car
like-
guys that all pretended to be drifters for like fucking years as well.
right.
If it's like mega
That's still
camber,
real.
you're on like
It's very real.
a 1
Yeah,
of the
dude.
195. It's gay. It's so cool.
Go to
It's gay.
Just say it.
go to
It's
any
gay.
go to
It's
any
gay.
go to any car show and it's still like the fake drift guys are a fucking real thing. It's
There's fake
insane.
drift guys who drive at events. It's nuts.
That's true.
Dude, you're automatically not a
It's
fake
pretty
drift
cool.
guy.
The
if you're-
Mystic Chrome.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? Raph and I, when we have to go to a certain vendor or used to, there was a house being built and there was a construction employee driving his Mystic Chrome S95 Mustang there.
Hell yeah.
That guy
every
just
day.
enjoys life.
Just out there living it.
Hell yeah. He's out there screaming at the sun.
Screaming at the sun.
I like
Love
the
that.
I like the Cobra SVT with the wing on this. That's the only one I like. That kit
Yeah.
looks cool.
All right. Anyway,
I want
I don't know how deep of a thought that was.
a V8 something makes the noise.
Why don't you get a Ford Lightning? The best,
Yo,
best,
Kyle
best
Britt.
truck ever made.
Free Tony John's worker. He knows.
Let's go, dude.
It's crazy. It's almost like
Big
you had
swing.
a V8 something.
Yeah, dude. Big swings.
You had a V8
Free
something.
Tony.
Yeah, I know.
Sticks and slices.
You had a V8 and the Mustang. The
I
two
know,
things you just
I know.
specified.
I wish
Phil's
it was
going that
still
coming
had-
from my neck. Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Fox Body
where did we
Mustang.
see a Fox Body? We saw a fucking hot Fox Body the other
Oh,
day.
outside the ice cream shop.
Oh yeah, dude. Hot Fox Body.
You
Yeah.
see the one that Jimmy has in his shop with a
Oh, yeah.
R35
I see-
GTR
Oh yeah,
swap?
dude! I
Yeah.
saw the thing in person. I'm looking at it from the back. I'm like, huh, this is weird for Jimmy's shop. And I stroll around the front. I'm like, holy smokes!
What a
Two
wild-
Garrett's
What
looking
the
at
fuck?
me as big as my head.
It's a full-fledged drag build. Like,
Yeah.
is it? It's not tube chassis, is it?
The
No,
front
I don't
end
think
is
so.
pretty
The
much.
front end
It's
is
too-
but
right.
the rest of it I think is all regular. It's like he was talking about it was like a stroked like 4.1 VR with like it had NOS in like right next to you, like touch the NOS.
What is
Yeah.
this in?
It was in a Fox body.
Oh.
It's like a full drag build. Like we're talking fiberglass hood fender pop off, that
wow.
type of
Had a GTR badge in the front, so he knew he meant business.
Okay.
yeah.
Coyote's awesome. There's Fuzzy. Defenders
Coyote's
love.
good. Coyote's good.
That thing's nuts.
Where
Coyote's
were we?
definitely sick.
B for B.
B for B. Yeah, let's do the B for B.
Here we go, boys. Hold on. Hey, it's Chuck from Revival still here for Bucks for the Boys. What is Bucks for the Boys? Well, it is a value for value method of keeping this podcast going and saying if this podcast is worth anything to you, anything at all, think about us. Go over to revivalmotoring.com/B for B. There you can, does that still work, Josh, with the new website?
Sure does.
There you can choose a sustainable donation. It's a monthly amount you can throw with the boys to keep this party going. It helps us massively. As I said, any amount helps. And it allows us to keep it going, plan out the bills, see what's coming. And I did mention last time that some of the sustainable donations, they don't say anything when they drop off, if your card gets a new expiration date, etc. So if you do have one, please check on it because they don't tell you. So that's sustainable. We understand it's an economic hard time, and we very much understand that it's never going to end. For the rest of our lives, it will be an economic hard time. So if you like to hit us with a one-off, you can go on info@revivalmorning.com on PayPal.
Which we have one of those.
Hit us up on there. Any amount. I'm talking 25 cents. We're cool with it. And we are contractually obligated to read any donation that comes in there over $1.
Anything at all.
Anything else. So please feel free to hit us up. As I said, it really helps us keep going, helps us not have ads. Dude, I've been listening to some podcasts recently, just been driving around a lot, and the amount of ads, like even on like old Joey Rogues, so the ads just come out of fucking nowhere, and they're constant.
There's a lot,
dude.
yeah.
And it's not just, it's a bunch. I've been listening to a bunch of like different ones here and there, different people guesting, etc. And dude, the ads have gone rampant. I'd kill to have a beautiful segment like this in the middle of one of my favorite podcasts. You know?
And then you can send in lovely things like this at info@revivemotoring.com on PayPal. From Justin Hartwell, sent $6.66.
Oh,
Shout out to my man's Big Gabe owner.
Big Gabe Warner.
Gabe Owner.
ONER?
OWNER.
It'll come to you.
Gabe Owner. For sure. It's just a name. I'm just reading what I was.
Love Big Gabe.
I'm reading the teleprompter.
Yeah.
For showing Grape Whistle some new moves. If anybody remembers, Grape Whistle apparently only knows missionary. That was the
I
last.
can't believe you're perpetuating it for free.
I just want to build the story. This. I mean, if they keep donating, we can build this whole series.
Yeah,
There's a whole
a
series.
hell of a narrative.
Yeah. Big shouts to Justin Hartwell
Thanks
for that.
Big Show's Big Gabe.
And Mr. Owner as well.
Sir Owner. I just hope that goes forever. Back to Economic Hard Times. We get it. You can hit us up with all sorts of other stuff on the Instagrams, on the emails, anything that helps us produce the podcast. Hot tips and tricks, funny things that happen to you, car dealership, truck system victories, anything like that. We appreciate it. We love it. It helps us. It's nice to know somebody's out there listening. So I got that. What else can you do? Oh, obviously we spread by mouth.
Yep.
Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. So you can go ahead and tell your friends that are in the car stuff about us, or just listen to us on max volume in a public place. We find
Right. They're either going to join in
Yep.
or you'll be asked to leave.
yeah, airplanes.
What's the worst that could happen?
Airplanes are a huge way to do it. We find a lot of people loving that. Keeps your eye off
You
the
can
impending doom.
Share the aux, if you will.
You
You want to never fly again?
Yeah, you trying to get on a list?
Yeah.
This will get you there. Tips, tricks, YouTube. Oh, the best way to experience the Revival Motor Podcast, I don't think I mentioned this last time. I had forgotten. It's so ingrained in me, is that at about 7 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday, you can hop on. And we do this baby live on YouTube. There's an exclusive pre-show for everybody on YouTube.
Mainly food.
Mainly food. If you hop on there, we'd love to have you. As I said, everybody should do it at least once. And while you're in there, you can donate in the pre-show, guys. Don't be shy.
It's true. We can set a goal.
You can donate to us and give YouTube 75% of that money. So go ahead and pop that in there. And then they'll pay us out as soon as it reaches $3,000 every now and then. So
That
On the
25%
21st.
is still
better than zero.
more than
Yeah.
we were getting.
Way more than zero. So, yeah. And then there's a new website that I'm sure Josh is going to talk about. Josh, talk about it.
If you go to our website, revivalmarketing.com, it's a little bit updated, a little bit fresh, if you will. You can go there. That's where you can donate. And if you are an active donator to the subscribe page, you will automatically be entered to win some stuff from us. We're going to take a new approach on some things, probably starting next week. So there's different tiers of donations. We're going to try our best to, if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. But we will try to shout you out on the podcast and or in the credits, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to rework some of that. But we're going to, again, try to make y'all feel like you're more a part of things. And we enjoy your support. It's truly, truly needed. So, with that said, each and every week we have a rating system that we like to use to judge how we did last week. So, Corey, what is that number?
Without further ado, 19 cents.
Solid 19.
Solid 19. 19 cents. I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we've got the intro?
Yep.
You've got the pre-party banner.
Yep.
We could just make a drop screen for when we read B2B that can be clicked over. It just has all the B2B donator names.
That's a very good idea. Yeah, because I can pull an Excel sheet and literally should be copy-paste.
Yeah, and you can just add to it infinitely.
Yep. Matter of fact, it literally could be the most accurate every week within a couple clicks.
Yeah.
So we can do
Nice
that.
and easy.
I love that.
And like we said, if you happen to have a product, big shouts to Road Defined, if you want to reach us and you want us to read whatever it is, info@revivemotoring.com on PayPal. That's simple.
Yeah.
And like we said, or sign up on the B4B at our website. And like we also referred to earlier, we have merch up there, some new stuff coming out very soon.
Check it out. Keep your eyes peeled.
Peel 'em. Let's hit the news.
Boys, in these dark days, I bring good news.
What do you got? There's no such thing as good news.
Jaguar and Range Rover has paused shipments of cars to America.
I don't know how we'll survive.
So
You mean that concept is not coming to the U.S. soil?
I don't know. Whichever way you feel with the big orange man, but he's saving American lives and taxpayer dollars by not letting these huge turds come into our country.
Breakdown on our roads.
So thank God. Obviously, I think that all ended. But anyways, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, for now. Give it like a week, couple days.
Yeah, dude.
90.
Nothing like 90 more days of total uncertainty to ruin my business.
Live my life 90 days at a time.
I think at this point, yeah, you just kind of 90-day blocks of.
I was so happy that something fucking dumb finally just happened, so everybody could get on with their lives. And
nope.
it's more 90 more days of uncertainty. Love that.
So
Rock on.
cool, good for them. I hope all their other markets are nice and strong.
I hope Jaguar and Range don't change their mind now that there's no tariffs. Just keep them out.
Where do they sell those things?
30% of their market is the American market.
So where's the other 70?
I'd assume sad people all over the world.
Jeremy Clarkson. He loves his
It's got to be
Jaguars.
the UK.
Yeah, he just posted a Grenadier or whatever it's called.
We saw one of those. Pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Pretty
and then you
cool.
said the price it's not insane.
No, not too crazy.
Yeah, those are cool. I could actually look them up on the website. They're like very off-road capable.
I don't even know what the name actually is. The Grenadier, but who makes
Grenadier?
it? The Ineos.
Ineos?
Yeah, the Ineos.
Let's put eyes for this. Built for more.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, they got a goddamn pickup truck?
I think our friend Tedward got to drive one.
That looks like
I'm
private
pretty sure he
military
did a.
company.
All right,
did a
bring him
video.
in.
Pretty sure he did a video.
Let's
on
check
one.
it out. What do we got here? Station
I
wagon.
want the quartermaster.
I think it's
Quartermaster.
Quartermaster?
Oh my!
Oh, I
God.
don't want a 92 grand. No, I'll buy a
What do
goddamn.
they think they
I'll
are?
buy a goddamn Dodge Ram. Well, I thought these were not expensive.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah.
$90,000. You can shove that thing.
Estimated
up your ass.
delivery for your special order 3 to 4 months.
Dude, what do they think they're doing?
Yo.
92 grand.
Corey, that dude we saw driving once, fucking idiot, dude. 92
I
grand.
thought they were like 50.
That's what you said. You're like, I think they're 60K. I'm like,
Dude, I swear.
hey, pretty good.
One
I
of them
swear I
looks
thought
like
they
a
were.
fake G-Wagon. You thought it'd be cheaper than a real G-Wagon?
They all look like fake G-Wagons.
Wow. Jeez. I mean,
Oh, maybe they popped it up with the,
Let's give it more Land Rover Defender to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
BMW
the pop-out
3-liter?
fucking
3-liter
roof.
turbo gas straight 6. You think it's a B58?
So I was going to say, is that the B58?
Matt Wood said they got B58s in them.
Okay,
There you
well,
go.
confirmed.
Ooh, that's terrible. What a pretty truck.
Yeah. Well, 90 grand.
Dude, I can't believe they're that much money.
I really didn't think so.
It's no Toyota Sequoia, but
You get a X5M for X3M for that.
Yeah, right, buddy. Look at
With
the
a
roof
B58.
pop
Whoa,
out.
double roof
The roof
pops.
is sick,
Yeah,
actually.
dude. You could put a gun up there.
Double ejecto.
If it doesn't come with a turret, don't want it.
They're
Wow.
honestly not
Terrible
supporting
steering
How
wheel.
much did
warfare.
G-Wagons cost?
Dude, look at the BMW shift knob
Yeah.
just in there.
Next to like the Dodge Ram 2006 four-wheel drive shifter.
I'm holy
Why is
shit.
the hazard button
So-
like a nuke button?
MSRP on a G-Wagon is
You
148,000.
can't hit that hazard
All
button
right.
until you get 25 kills.
Great
no
deal.
deaths.
What a deal! What else? You can get a new Land Cruiser for fucking 60, right?
Ooh, with our Caros?
Yeah.
What's the
No, it's
towing
not.
capacity of this?
4,000.
They're not for towing, Daddy.
They're for city driving.
What the fuck is it for then?
They're for city driving.
That's crazy.
Land Cruiser has a 4-cylinder in it? What?
Yeah, they fucked up bad on that. You gotta
That's
get a GX.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't even think you have any engine options. No, you don't need to know it. Never mind. Anyway.
Matter of fact, we take the whole thing away.
Anyways, well, good to know that Carmen Cam says it can tow your mother.
Bingo. We
You know
got
what's
action.
funny? Is that
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I think you need a 2500.
I was actually going to say, tow's about 3 your mothers.
Total dog, wide load.
Dude, holy shit. Some of these G-Wagons, or let me rephrase that. All of these G-Wagons, these are pushing fucking numbers.
Yeah, dude. Big numbies.
Holy shit.
What are you, like 200?
If you can touch one for 185, you're probably doing pretty good.
I mean, I can just go to dealership, touch one for free.
2025 AMG G63 SUV, $212,000.
Hey, according to Mercedes, they're not budging.
You're right. They're holding strong.
Holding strong.
Well, seems like they got plenty of margin to play with.
Whenever like I hear the price of them, I think of the video of the one falling off that fucking like parking garage, landing right on the roof, and nothing happened to it. I'm like, it's kind of worth the money. If you think about it.
You know what? I see where it's going.
Years ago, Josh and I got to like monkey about in one, and we just kept opening and closing the doors because it would like make your ears pop.
Yeah,
It's truly seals you in. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely an end of the world vehicle.
You won't get very
choice.
far. I don't know how reliable they are.
If I'm honest, I've only driven like the older ones, like the gray market ones.
Yeah.
Incredibly not comfortable to ride around in.
No.
I'm sure the new ones are, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm too poor to report on the reliability of those, unfortunately.
The new one just kind of really felt like you're sitting in like a C300 or something like that, like the C63.
If you know what the word reliability is, you're too poor to report on the reliability
Yeah,
of the
sure.
G-Wagon.
Yeah, you have another backup.
You just get another one. Yeah.
I mean, you want to, holy shit, you want to really push the envelope and get a 10-year-old one? Get yourself one for about $40,000.
Deal.
The depreciation rate on those things.
The level of people that drive the shit's like fucking our buddy, a buddy of mine's a pro golfer. His battery died on his Range Rover, and he just traded it in for another Range Rover.
Might as well.
That is
wild.
a level of.
Oh yeah, I mean
you're
he's on TV.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a PGA golfer, so it's
that's
like,
a level of disrespect.
No, even better. He was one of the live golfers, one of the first guys over.
Oh,
the
okay.
Saudi guy.
Gave him all the money on earth, dude. Yeah,
Love that.
cool guy.
Solid.
Live LIV golf.
Fucking the radio just skips when I put CDs in, so I traded in for
He
Huracan.
100% would. If he traded in if it ran out of fucking windshield washer fluid.
Dude, imagine you cannot be asked to do something as simple as change a battery. You're like, new car.
Imagine asking that man about a crush washer.
There's a lot more steps involved to not do a crush washer than there is to go buy a new car.
You should have seen the watch he got his brother who doesn't give a fuck about watches for his birthday.
Or time, or anything.
How come you never wear that watch I bought? It was like $450,000. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice watch, so.
It was a joke. He like bought him a fake one, then he thought it was real, then he felt bad, so he went and bought him the real one.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Incredible stories with a great kid, actually.
Yeah. I've actually only met one of them. The other one that I have met. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, he's a trip.
Yeah.
He could have bought himself that watch if he really wanted it.
Anything he wants. So,
But anyways, yeah,
good for him.
that's the level of some of these people that drive this stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. The doors won't unlock. Just get me another one.
Yeah, it's just
You can
take
give me,
it back.
Give me 10 grand for this one.
Just whatever you could give me on it, really. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just use it as down payment.
Deals don't even happen at that level. It's crazy. So anyway,
You just leave and a new bill comes in the mail.
And it just
And you don't
just
even
goes
pay
off.
it. Somebody
Dude,
else pays it for you.
I don't think a bill comes in the mail. I'm pretty sure you just fucking
Yeah,
pay
probably.
for it right there. Yeah. Just have your bank call their bank.
Like, yes. Yeah, so anyway, we kind of touched on Mercedes keeping prices steady despite what we initially thought was going to happen of a 25% increase. So they made a statement, and they were going to do it to try and get market share, which I think is a pretty solid move. Because BMW had kind of said earlier on when the first hint of this happened that, like, hey, we can only do it for so long, and then we're going to, like, kind of find a way that it gets worked down to the consumer or change our car prices or whatever it's going to be.
The question now is, does Mercedes lower its prices 20 points to get market share?
Yeah, because they kind of expose themselves to the fact that they can eat
They're like,
20%.
listen, we got so much profit in these things, we'll take 20.
Dude, if I was going to shop for one right now, I'd be like, you said you could eat 20%.
As article quotes right here.
Yeah, you said it.
So could you please eat 20% of this?
Yeah,
one?
so our starting point is now 20% lower.
Yeah.
From there.
My other news also revolves around tariffs that are no longer a thing, but even though
I know, it's kind of a...
your boys at Ford were offering employee pricing to everyone for, like, I'd guess a whole day.
Yep.
It was called the From America for America program. Tough. And it's A-plan pricing through June 2nd. The A-plan.
Well, at least they committed to it and put a date there, regardless of the
Good time to lose a
almost
Bronco, man.
Freightliner up and down in the ocean.
It's
of,
weird because I
of the
thought Ford was an
tariffs.
American car company. Ford's A-plan pricing is calculated by using the following formula. Dealer invoice minus holdback minus advertising assessment plus administration fee equals the final price. So bullshit, invoice plus bullshit minus bullshit plus bullshit.
But don't
Nonsense.
forget the
Equals
docking
mega
fee.
Straight silly gooseness.
Yeah.
The savings can be significant. The free press cited an example of an F-150 XLT Power Boost with a sticker price of $65,000, which would cost $55,000 under the employee pricing. There are vehicles not included: 2025 Expedition, Super Duty trucks, Raptor family vehicles, the Bronco Strupe edition, specialty Mustang models,
So
such as
everything good.
all the ones you want. Dark Horse, GTD are excluded. Many commercial grade and fleet vehicles, such as F450, 550, 650, 750, chassis cabs are also not available. Meanwhile, all Lincoln models are eligible, except the one you want, the 25 Navigator.
Got him.
Perfect.
Isn't Ford making a lot of cars in Mexico though? Don't they have a factory there?
I believe.
I think
they
you're right, yeah.
Do.
How does
yeah.
that affect them? So how does
Well,
how
it's
is
not
it?
affecting anybody right now. if I'm
So
honest.
yeah, that's true. So what's the point of even talking about it? Because it's like
It's
it's by domestic, but they don't even make it domestic. So how does that make?
Yeah,
sense?
write us in on about your panic buys in the past couple days. You know, let us know what you
right.
stocked up
What
on.
do you? Right. Yeah. Rice Roni. Like.
I bought a couple more truckloads of Green Monster.
I think that's in danger. I think that's truly in danger just from Mr. Kennedy himself.
That
Why?
bastard.
Where's
Are you talking about that
where's
guy who
Monster
can't
made?
talk good? Yeah. I believe that. He sounds like a fucking
that's
like
actually
you know
pretty
those
good,
things that
pretty
you
good.
turn over and they're like ew. Sounds like he's talking through one of
It
those.
sounds like a Scooby Doo ghost bad guy.
Didgeridoo.
Well, I wouldn't have gotten away.
Yeah,
with it.
wow,
the
wow.
loony in the schools is terrible.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. We have a. He's gonna go after aspartame. Is it aspartame? Yeah. So much so that they changed the name of it to like
I'd like to tame his ass.
sweet, sweet liquid or
Sweet,
something.
sweet water.
Sweet something.
Sweet
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, so you get 3 months. That'd be a fun thought exercise. You get 3 months before those tariffs kicks in. What you buying?
Nothing.
I'm going hog wild on the fucking used watch market. I'll tell you that one.
I'm bringing all my wheels in from Japan, 3 at a time, boys.
You're really gonna save. That's how you're gonna counter that
Dude.
tariff.
Yeah, 24% on all used
Goofball
car parts in Japan. We're in trouble. I got a little bit of news.
Oh, here we go.
Here he is.
Well,
Fire
from the
the
Roadster
hole.
King himself.
As Night Style likes to do, I like to bring the Mazda information. Now, some may know the CEO of Mazda, Masahiro Moro.
Masari
That's a
Hiro
mouthful.
Moro.
He announced back in February at Tokyo Auto Salon that they will still be continuing on Mazda's greatest gift to man, the rotary engine. Now, just this week, they have announced that they have finished an engine. It's in a car, and it is currently being tested in a mule to see what the hell they're going to do with it. Because it seems they can't decide whether they want to put hydrogen in it, use it to power electric motors, or just let it live on its own. So they said they're trying out all different options, but the motor itself is still a 2-rotor configuration. It's a 1.3, as it's always been. And they're going to see what's going to be most viable to do with it next.
God's gift to mechanics.
They said
rotary
they're
motor.
very optimistic, though, that it's going to go in whatever new predecessor of the RX-7 will ever be.
Wow.
Notice how they never reference the RX-8, though, which is the predecessor of the RX-7, which I kind of find
Right, they just
really
skip
funny,
over.
Which I
Yeah.
find really funny.
Yeah.
Is there enough
RX-8s
fairy
are
dust to
cool,
keep
though.
those running?
I think so, and I'm going to have to get involved pretty soon.
I wish
because
I could see a
fuck,
cool
it's great motor.
RX-8 just one time.
They're out there. I've seen some.
I know, but like in person.
They're good. They're really good. It's just
Oh wait, Bear has one. That was cool. Sorry,
Yeah.
Bear.
it's because Brockton gets their hands on a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Which is why I don't really
Big
understand
up
how
to
this plan's
Brockton.
going to work
You know-
because there's no hydrogen fuel in Brockton.
When you said they might make the rotary hydrogen or what was the other thing?
So they have been
To power
Mazda's
an
been,
EV.
Mazda hasn't been doing much in the EV. I don't even think they have an EV car at all.
Much, no.
No, because they're all in on trying to just make hydrogen fuel work.
Gross.
Yes. So
Yeah, like
because
when you said-
they want to stay ice. You know what I mean? So
When you said they were gonna pair it with other stuff, for some reason I just imagined in my head like an old man in hospice.
well,
Like they just have him hooked up to a machine. He's like, I'm fucking going, dude.
So
Yeah,
this is
I mean-
their extent of their
Yeah, these are the-
electrified lineup.
Yeah.
Plug-in hybrid.
These are the catfish wagons.
those things are so cool though. If
They
you've
have-
had the pleasure to drive any new Mazda car, and I know it's biased, I know
Ah,
I
I
drive
forgot you're a Mazda
Yeah, it's
fan.
I know I
pretty
drive a
biased.
Miata, whatever.
Pretty biased.
Dude, they drive really fucking nice though.
how come
Sports
can I
cars.
ask,
Let's use that term real loose.
how come the new Miatas don't come with that cool like turbo shit that's in the hatchbacks?
Good question. Why doesn't GR86s come with the cool 3-cylinder turbo shit
It's
that's
so
in their
weird, bro.
hatchback?
Like a Honda Fit, why doesn't it have a 1.5T? I'm just so confused. Like the car companies are like, we have this cool engine, but we didn't put it in the cool car.
'Cause I think 98% of the people that drive them don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
but also,
crazy.
would it raise the price a lot to have a high horsepower
Wouldn't it make it
Miata?
cheaper? It's
No, but
one
they
less
don't have
engine
to.
to produce. If they put the same engine in every single car,
Yeah, but
then it'd be even cheaper.
I think this engine. No, actually, no, it's not because this is a rear-wheel drive configured
That's the
Sky
Volvo
Active
model.
thing.
Everything's got the same motor.
But think about Honda, right?
Honda.
Civic, CRV, Accord, Pilot. All of them had like an Earth Dreams motor. The Fit, they were like, nah, make it to their own thing. Why?
It got a wet dream motor.
Yeah, the Wet Dream. Yeah, that's the only thing you could think of.
Well, you're trying to compare it to a brand like Honda that at least thinks a little logically. Mazda's still trying to make Doritos in 2025,
That's fair.
and they've kind of derailed since like the first 3
Why do you put a
ones they made.
Dorito in your car?
Why couldn't they do a
That's
turbo Dorito?
kind of what I want to do this one.
Oh, that was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke either. I'm dead serious about
Wait, so
that.
BP's not God's engine? What's going on here?
I just like to say that to make you BMW people mad.
Well, let me get that
BP
BP
God's
when you're
engine?
done with it, though.
No, I
I
don't
don't think BP's God's engine. It's a generic 1.8 liter
I
engine.
don't-
There's nothing
listen.
special about it at all.
Nothing that you post makes me mad.
Nah, you're full of it. You're punching the air.
Screaming at the sun.
Every single time Roaster Kings comes
I
up,
just
Shook
like
throws
I
his
like
phone on the
posting
ground.
stuff to get Jordan riled up on the internet.
MX-30 Rotary. That never came out though. That was like a prototype car, man. Because that was their initial thing. The first time they patented that rotary design, it was a hybrid range extender motor to like
Right, and that was
recharge.
like a decade ago, wasn't it? It was long.
Not a decade.
I feel like it was a long time ago when it first came out. Like, oh, they're going to keep
Whenever
the rotor going.
those new like lines of SUVs that Mazda made, this when they started doing that stuff. Because they also were talking about making a straight six, and that never happened.
I feel like rotary engines are the coolest way to make an engine spin over. Boxer engines, lame. Rotary engine, cool.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, boxer engines exist on like engines that have run a lot,
Yeah.
where rotary engines are not.
But like think of all the configurations. You got the V, you got the straight, you got the inline.
You can get the boxer.
And then you get the twist with
Yeah,
the
and then
rotary.
you get the
twisty
double
boy.
twisty Dorito McTwisty.
I really like them. I think they're great motors.
I like that they're neat.
They're different.
I mean, if I bought an RX-7, I wouldn't like an FD, any of them. I wouldn't swap a rotary out of it.
They're fine though.
I would just
They're really fine
continue
if
to
you
throw
just-
rotaries in them.
If you just don't destroy it.
That's the hard part
is-
on the wankle.
Wow.
Dude, what is the
The X engine?
Yeah, that's gonna be some AI slop.
What?
But that's not a rotor. What is that?
Well,
That's a real
rotary.
airplane rotary.
The Dorito is the wank.
It's a wankle,
It's
right?
a wankle. Yeah, yeah.
It's a wank.
And when I
Oh,
hear
I'd be
him go,
wanking it.
I have a wankle. I'm wankling to that noise.
You should throw one of those in the fucking
Right, the actual
MX-5.
airplane rotary.
The rotary right here. What
Yeah.
about the W?
The W is wild. All the push rods.
Dude, the W is chopper, brother.
It is. This fucking W twin.
It's a chopper, baby.
Every time you start it, it just starts Creed.
Zed's dead.
So, VR. There we are.
Yep.
Rise up.
Oh, reliable.
Oh, dude. I think what has a W engine in it?
W8.
Bugatti.
Volkswagen Phaeton.
Oh no,
Bugatti does, actually.
The Volkswagen Phaeton had a W8.
What a wild.
Official list, Dave. I raced an RX-7 for 8 years, and it was an abusive relationship both ways.
I don't know. I think it just depends on who raced it, because then you could argue like Gru from Lock City. He does like crazy races. He does like endurances
Right.
with that car.
He does a lot, and he
Really
drifts
good.
that thing. Yeah.
I think it just comes down to how much you know. Like if you don't know how to make any engine run, then you might think any car's reliable if you fucking treat it like shit. And that's my defense for the rotary for today.
It's like a weird coping mechanism that you
Listen,
have.
until I
I
get
got buddies
one,
with
I
rotary.
can't really say. Everything's just third.
I got
third
rotary
person
pals being put through the goddamn ringer.
For like the past,
Yeah, they're up against it.
He's like 3 years in a rotary ownership. He's driven it 25 miles. He's on his third motor.
I feel like if you get an old one, though, well, I had bad experiences ordering K series, but I can only imagine you have a bad experience ordering a rotary. 'Cause
Sand.
There's sand in the fucking apex seals.
Dude,
Sand
probably.
with seals.
Maybe
All
it
I
runs
know-
better.
is anytime you want to make power, you have to port them, right? And then there's the bridge port and whatever else port, and then you throw the gigantic
Great
turbo
breweries.
ski on there.
This is a crazy question. They call it a Bridgeport because you use a Bridgeport machine to port it.
I don't know.
No. So my buddy
bridges the two
my buddy
sides.
Dan, who has a bunch of rotaries at his shop, explained this. So the port. So you ever heard of street port and a bridge port, right?
Yeah.
That kind of just refers to how much you machine.
You take off.
You machine the port size. So what happens is when you street port, that's just like a regular.
And this
like
is the intake
them.
port.
Right. You port.
Or
the
actually
two-
both.
You port the intake and exhaust ports.
Okay, yeah.
So what happens is when you do a bridge port,
You get your car stolen?
yeah.
Or if you're in Bridgeport.
Yeah, don't go there. They machine the two ports so much that they start to like overlap into each other, and they have to leave a piece of material so they won't collapse. That piece of material is considered the bridge.
Sounds reassuring.
So you're leaving a bridge.
Especially when
Why not just not go that far?
that's
Well,
exactly
that's the thing.
my
Well, that's
thought.
the thing is most people don't, because that's kind of like
Hey, our
full-on
friend
race car
tried. Our
bullshit.
friend tried not to, and then he had to.
Yeah, Bridgeport is kind of like
That's the sketchy
You don't
port.
do that. It don't really idle good, and that's what makes that cool like chop sound. But then then they start to become really unreliable and
Yeah,
pieces of shit,
they
so.
become one, and you're all suck.
My buddy Dan who has his rotaries, he says like you leave them at 350 and then that's it. They'll run forever. But you start doing all kinds of that crazy shit, then it's like you're doing like the equivalent of a fully built like a Chuck motor RB build. Like you're starting to break a lot of horsepowers and
No, those
shit starts
rotors
to get
have
great.
done a lot more miles than my RB has.
If you get 1 to 350 and then you add another one to it, and that's a 2-rotor at 350, no? Then what happens?
I think you're only getting like $1.75 a rotor.
$1.75 a rotor?
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They're already 2 rotors. What are you saying?
Make a 3-rotor then, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, you get. I think.
Where are you going with
So
this?
you're saying dependably you're at $1.75 a rotor.
Yeah.
Bro, how are you supposed to port these so much that they start to get close to each other?
I don't know the exact.
Look at that space.
I think he's talking
No,
about
look
that.
Like that.
He's talking
yeah.
about that.
The Speed Academy post.
Yeah.
See that?
That's real close.
Would you take a
Whatever
look
the
at
fuck that is.
Yeah, whatever you call the fuck that
Take a look
thing
at
is.
that.
See that there, Corey? That whatever the fuck happened there. That's
Yeah,
how.
dude.
We should have AI explain to us like we're
No, we're gonna
how
have
rotary works.
Buddy, listen.
Dude, this guy's going at it by
All I'm
himself.
saying, get me a Dremel. I'll Bridgeport you.
Oh my god.
a lot of
This is
porting
how
going
I know
on.
this isn't for me. Like these are cars just to look at.
It's fucking fairy dust and sprinkle magic.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
It's not though. I really don't. I think it's way simpler than you think. It's just it just does the same thing as a piston engine.
Oh, yeah, ask Mike if
different
he'll
systems.
tune one.
He will not. But that's
Ask him why. Because they run on fucking fairy dust and sprinkle power.
I always think of
He doesn't stock that at the shop.
it's like that fucking meme of Jeremy Clarkson where he's like, air goes inside, witchcraft happens, and out comes magic.
That's exactly correct.
That's- Yeah,
Literally how
that's-
it works.
yeah.
No one knows.
And once again, I think it's cool as shit. But
Yeah.
man, I would
I love to look at them.
be sad.
And
Yeah,
it
when
just
they,
so
like-
happens that it's in one of the most beautiful cars ever
Yeah.
created, the FD.
The
That's
RX-8,
good reason
yeah.
because great motor.
Excuse me.
Why can't
The RX-8.
Why can't you just
The
leave
FC
it alone?
RX-7.
You know?
I can't leave nothing alone. Can't.
Is that because you're a roadster king?
I do be. if Mazda had it they would have had that rotor in the Miata from factory.
Let's. Does anybody get any other news before we, or we want to take a
Not good news.
Okay.
Like 3 rapid fire things.
Okay.
Chevy Bright Drop. We've talked about it on here. I saw one in person.
Chevy who?
Bright Drop.
Brake drop.
Bright
Bright
Drop.
Oh,
Is there EV delivery van things? I got to see one in person this morning for the first time.
It looks cool.
that's
Uh,
a cool truck.
It's so tall.
It looks
Looks
tall.
very tall, yeah.
A lot of headroom.
It's
You know,
super tall.
it reminds me of like an old school, like retro 50s, proper ice cream truck, delivery truck.
Yeah, yeah.
They're huge. Paul Massey Chevrolet has one as like a parts delivery vehicle. It was cool.
Big shots to the
They
massive.
kind of look like a vehicle from the movie Minority Report.
Yeah. Yep.
Future crimes.
Yep.
Future Crimes. Great
So,
movie.
That was cool to see this
That's
morning.
Scary movie.
Killer movie.
Another really cool thing. Larry Chen.
Yes.
Hall of Fame inductee into Formula Drift.
This is like when I won the participation award at Staggered. Boom.
Yeah. This is really cool because he's not a driver. He's just like an
it's a-
incredible photographer.
Yeah, and
good.
I
I love you
think
guys.
he's been doing it for 22 years, is what I heard.
Yeah,
Is
and
that what it
he's
was?
such a big part of the whole sport.
He's captured some of the most iconic moments for Formula Drift.
Really there from the
That's gangster.
inception, I guess, of FD. Realistically, very early on.
True.
Guy's an animal.
Also, I hate to take away from this, but the fucking guys who drive the drones, man, they need an award.
Yeah.
They
That's
are
cool.
nuts.
The FPV guys.
They are nuts.
Yeah. So shouts to him. That's awesome.
All the media guys, nuts.
Last thing I had, also FD in Long Beach. Adam LZ, third
It was
place.
a very fun event to watch.
Saw
I ended
that.
up watching the whole thing.
That's cool.
Saw that. Love that I'm part of that team.
You're, what do they call him? Silent partner.
Sound
Yeah,
partner.
dude,
yeah.
I'm fucking part of the
I like that.
I'm part of the private equity that owns that team.
Silent partner.
I sent
But-
that the meme of the guy smoking the cigarette to Seamus. I said, "This is you on rear end 3."
I came in here last Wednesday and was like, "Hey boys, did you see what Adam did?"
Yeah, he turned that shit into a compact
And they're like,
318.
No. I showed him as he just shaved the rear end of the car
right off.
Just
That's
Clean.
fucking that's driving, baby.
clean
That's
shaven.
driving.
But yeah, shout out
He-
to Adam. That's awesome.
He's
Because-
finding that edge, and it landed him third place.
That new
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah,
him.
like a lot of people, I think, are talking shit because he's like a YouTube guy. I'm happy he placed because
Well, I mean,
talking shit. He's fucking doing unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
a
on
lot
the
of
podium
people, a lot of,
against
I know, but a lot
Osmo
of people will be like, "Oh, he's a fucking YouTube
Dick Slinger
guy. He
Dean.
sucks at driving. He's not a bad
I don't like
driver."
to say he sucks at- I listen.
Not
I watch
you,
it.
people.
It's just
People,
hard to say you
people.
suck at driving when you're in third place at a
Exactly.
fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
exactly,
you've already
yes.
won an event in an RTR.
I
Like,
understand you don't like him as a YouTube guy. That's fine, but he's fucking placing.
And-
Drove the
there's-
fucking ass off that car.
and there's
Right
just
off.
Yeah, he did.
like you cannot. It's getting to the point where you cannot dispute he should be there, and every effort that team makes, all of it in not only FD but the other endeavors that
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
in. Like, yeah, how can you not root for that? It's
I know
just-
he's like a pro, but he's still technically a rookie. It's like his second season, right?
no, I think it's like fourth.
It's like Lightning McQueen.
He's not a rookie after the first season.
I think it's like his fourth, might even be
He's
fifth.
still new
Are
to
you a
FD.
virgin after the first time?
Depends. She was
Well,
gentle.
Anyway,
Was
it
shook,
was just
baby.
cool
Is
because like
it soaking or not?
yeah, he's on the podium with like
Did
Frederick
you have a
Osmo.
shaker?
Yeah, someone to jump on the corner of the bed.
You're
And
your
James
biggest
Dean.
friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
James Dean, like,
Oh,
It's just
dude.
like
Peter North?
I
huge.
will.
Yeah, Peter North.
I will say so. I thoroughly enjoyed. So let me kind of break this down. For last year, James Dean drove his RTR. Basically, he didn't win every event, but he was going to be there. You knew, like, okay, this dude's going to wrap the championship up pretty soon, right?
yeah.
Having Osbo be competitive in this first round, like, I like competition. Obviously, you like to see,
Not me, I'm
a
a
back and
blowout
forth. really there for the
blowout guy.
blowout.
blow your holes out.
Blowing all the holes out, bud.
But they went and they had to have it one more time, and even that was still close. And I think James Dean basically ultimately made a small mistake, and that's
Yeah.
what led Osbo to win. But it was good.
Blown back. So.
James Dean drove a shitload overseas, right?
He still
Yeah.
does. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
I don't know
Ireland
for
guy. What do
sure,
you
but
mean?
he's running FD plus multiple other.
That's what I
Drives
mean,
in,
like-
Yeah.
Drift Masters.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like that's what I'm talking about. Like these guys have a shitload more experience than LZ's podium. You know what I mean? Like he's fighting against dudes that are driving more, I think, at a FD level.
Well, yeah, exactly. They drive more in a competition.
right. Because
That's the point.
he tried to do that last year, and I think just the workload and travel load became
Very
too
real.
unrealistic. Yeah. Because that's, I think, what he tried to do is split FD season and Drift Masters season.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, traveling to Europe and back each time for each event, I'm sure logistically becomes kind of a nightmare.
Or just tiring.
Right, exactly. Just for
How
many
can you
many
stay
reasons. Right.
competitive at
Tough
that
stuff,
much,
dude.
you
You
know?
jump in time zones, mega
Yeah.
time zones.
I still think
And then you have to
it's
drive at a professional
Team
level.
Ryan Turek every day.
When you
God
land,
bless.
This close to another human being. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Wood. That is interesting. With Irwindale, that was where the culmination of each FD season would happen. Be championship at Irwindale Speedway. That no longer exists. They've torn that sumbitch down. So they're going back to Long Beach, but they're not going to run the same track format. They're going to basically reformat it. So
That's cool.
what Matt is saying is it's basically a hyped up parking lot. It's true because the renders kind of show it. A lot of the, I don't know if anybody's faking it or just hyping up because, it's FD and we want to support it. A lot of the drivers seem psyched. Everybody from different teams that I heard mention things seem psyched. So, give it a shot.
Yeah.
I would
But-
like to see, something. I mean, the Long Beach track is cool. It's like 2 seconds long. They need other cool shit.
My personal favorite is the New Jersey
Yeah.
because it's
The V8
stadium like.
The 8
It's figure eight. It's a stadium. It's right in the middle.
Best
It's
stadium in the
just
union.
super fucking
I
cool.
also
I
feel
prefer
like
Long
it's
Beach, honestly.
Do you?
And the big thing behind Long Beach is not just the track, but just because
The
like
speed?
It's not nothing to do with that. It's just because the festival around it,
Where it is,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like you see, like every time they go to Long Beach, they have the big convention,
Right,
where they
right on
drive
the
down
street
I
and-
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more that than anything.
Yeah.
But I also do prefer a track like that over the oval tracks all day.
Yeah.
They treat it more like a Formula One thing.
Yeah, like exactly. Like think of it like a formula, like F1
The circus,
is like
for
they
lack of a
straight
better
up
term, the
race on
circus
city
is in town.
streets.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
You know what
build
I
up
mean?
on. That is cool. But imagine if Englishtown was like in the street. That'd be sick too.
Straight street.
Just straight figure eight in New York City.
They couldn't take any fucking left-hand turns.
None.
Just
No
have
less
to
allowed
just
in New
loop
Jersey.
around.
I think
yeah.
the 8 is cool though, because like even Trevor said he's like it looks easy, but it's like actually really difficult. Just like staying in the zones.
Yeah,
and-
I think a shorter track, they scrutinize you way harder. I mean, I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with a short track. Short track's good.
Could we get a fucking FD set up at Lock City and just send the C guys in it?
No.
Formula just shootout Lock City. C
I don't
only.
even know what you're talking about. Anyway, those are all the
Whoever
three
wins
news
goes.
I
God,
had.
Yeah.
he's gonna be pissed.
Moving along. He's already mad. All right. If we don't have any more news, we can talk to Jordan.
Bingo, we got action.
You have revamped your Miata over the past winter,
Again and again.
again and again. You and somehow own a $150,000 Miata.
You ain't kidding. Don't tell my mom that, please.
Say it's not only she don't know about final about, she don't know about the paint line of credit.
No.
How'd the paint go?
Paint's good.
Happy with the result?
So I had my buddy Isaac, buddy I know from high school. There's a you might know Luzo's in New Bedford, right? I
I've
think
seen it
said this
before.
to you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so his father owns that body shop, and then he did it on the side for me because he works at that shop. So he's a pretty good painter. And yeah, he knocked the color out. With anything, it was pretty tough to decide a color.
Okay. I was going to ask how long, did you think about it?
Well, I painted my car black 21, and I used that PXR Dodge color, whatever, with like all the pearl in it, and I liked that a lot. But it got so mauled from drifting. I was like, I got to repaint the whole car at this point, and if I'm doing the whole car, we're getting rid of the black. I've had enough. I've had it for this car is 7 years now, just about, and I'm ready for a big change. So originally I was gonna do blue. That I forget what it's called. The Lapis Volkswagen blue on the new
Lapis
Rs.
Lazuli.
Bayside.
Lapis Lazuli. Yeah,
Yeah.
no Bayside. No Nissans in this car. I want my shit to work. I was gonna do that, but then I realized there's a billion blue drift cars in New England. Like a billion.
Yeah, blue is a really popular drift.
Yeah.
Great color.
Kind of not me. I
Was
got
green ever on the table?
every color's on the table. If I can find,
How
Was-
on the table was green?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at any codes. If that makes
I
it.
knew it.
It wasn't even
I
close.
fucking knew it.
No, we're
Never
not.
even made it to
Could
the
have gone
conversation.
evergreen. Could have been a competitor.
But then I remember when I was looking, because I spent hours, like I was thinking of colors for months, but when it was getting close to the time where I actually had to send the car away, it's like hurry up and decide, right? So I was looking, and I just so happened to be like scrolling on the Japanese auctions like I do, and I saw a brochure of the year my car got released, and the cover color was that, because that is a factory Mazda Miata color.
The hero color.
Evolution Orange. And yeah, there it is actually. And
It's almost that's why I looked at this stuff beforehand.
yeah, it's a good job. Research. And yeah, so
Unbelievable.
that color, I believe they made like 1,300-ish in the States. So it's not a color you see often. And when you do, oh yeah, that was on purpose too. Color match the drink.
Little
Wait,
too
what the
easy.
Mango
fuck is
Fiesta?
that? What are you drinking?
That's Mango Fiesta from Taco Bell. It's a
I don't even know
exclusive
what-
brisk flavor. Really
okay, I was
fucking
going
good.
to say, I don't even know what
Really
Mango
good.
Fiesta is. Okay,
You
Yeah.
live in it.
fair.
So kind of a rare color. I've actually never seen that color in person, but I've seen a ton of pictures of
But
it.
you have the fucking pink lighter.
That wasn't color match. That was just tossed on there.
Is that a dryer sheet?
Potentially. I don't know what that is.
Looks like a
Listen, don't
maxi pad.
overanalyze that
I'm
picture.
just,
We're looking at the brochure.
well, now that he pointed out the soda, I want to kind of see what else you got going on.
GoPro, color match the helmet.
What's in the reflection? You fucking nude when you take a picture?
Yo. No, but I might have to take a picture like that soon. But yeah, so that color, so it was a rare color. It was something that once I seen it, it clicked, and I remembered that I was looking at that color before. So I looked a little more into it, see what prices are like. It's a color that you don't see often because when you do see it, it's on a 20-year-old car, and Miata paint is usually pretty shitty on the clear.
You don't have
They're all
to
sun faded.
divulge. Was the color easy to come by? More expensive than you were hoping?
That color was ridiculously expensive.
Really?
Ridiculously.
Okay.
I mean, I guess what my painters tell me, and any painter will tell you, is like an orange, a yellow, a red. It's like the most expensive colors you're gonna get. That has ton of pearl in it, ton of different like mica and all that shit. So it's an expensive color. But you know, if you're painting a car, what are you gonna pick? Pick over 400, 500 bucks difference and not get the color you want.
When you're Roadster King, I wouldn't expect anything less.
King of the Roadsters.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta do it for him.
Come on.
King of the North over here.
But I love it. That car is. I couldn't be any happier. You know how it is. When you first do it, you're like, am I gonna like it? Am I gonna regret it immediately? Because it's a big change. You know?
Yeah.
But no, it didn't even grow. The second I saw that car, the only thing that was growing was south of the border in my pants. This car is beautiful. Yucky, that's gross. We don't like that. No.
You know what I like? You actually jammed it.
Oh, yeah. No, I cannot stand cars that are half done. And he did even under the trunk lid. There was a picture of it, but everything. Next year, I'm going to do the engine bay. I like having a different color engine bay, but I need to do like a legit job in that. But yeah, my buddy Isaac, he knocked it out. He did it pretty cheap because he knows I'm like, this car is 300,000 miles, and I could very well send it into a wall this year. So it's like
he knows you'll be back.
It's like I don't want to spend $1 billion
He's
because I'm on
made
the
that
fence
investment.
of reshelling the car. But the problem is he did such a good job because he went above and beyond. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it regardless, like it's my own car. And I'm like, all right, cool. And it came out so good. Now I'm just like, I have to protect it. Now I have no thoughts of reshelling the car.
Keep it going. I was gonna say we have to remember this thing took a pretty significant hit last year.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Was it
23? Time flies. Time flies, Josh.
Good God.
Yeah. That because that was right the week before the first final bout I ever went to.
It's true.
Yep.
Did your mom know?
She just knew I was fucking around the garage. She's like, whatever, dude. I came home, my car on the trailer, and she's like, why are you crying like a bitch? I'm like, look at the car, dude. She's like, listen, I got to be at work an hour. Get this trailer out of the driveway. No, she's supportive. I just mess around. But yeah, that's it. That's the current styling right now. This year.
That's not the current styling right now.
Well, we can.
Yeah, what's the current styles?
Current styles is now we have the livery that I was sketching and doodling in my work for hours while I was on the lathe. And I had Mr. Sammy Scene Points, Style Up Design Co.
Oh, shit.
He banged this out.
Little barbed wire, little Pam Anderson, little slow-mo.
So when I do liveries,
Reflective?
Sammy will tell you, full reflective, the whole thing. With like a new 3M Oracle, I believe, Sammy. It's like, this is a newer reflective vinyl. It's, I guess, the brightest you can get. Mm-hmm. Notice how it even like almost color changes to orange when the light hits it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
nice.
Cool. But yeah, when it comes to livery, like I really
what type of
really
potato
like
was that
having
taken
livery.
with?
What?
Was that an Idaho potato that video was taken with?
Potentially. A little bit of chisel.
Little American pride, baby. Let's
Motorola Razor.
Yeah, I try to sketch it. I try not to take too much inspiration from other things. I really like the idea of like artwork on the side of the car.
Did you and Benny Blanco's car get done the same day?
Yeah, me, him, and Zach, we all went to Samby's last week, and he did it all at the same time.
Hell yeah, yeah. It was nice to see them both there.
Yep. So big shout out to Sammy. I mean, he just knocks this out. He's so good. Like I really try to give him as much, of what's in my head to work with. I try to like get sketches and send him as many things as I can, so that way he has an idea, and then ultimately we sit down next to each other, and he draws it out right in front of me, and.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's draw.
Yeah, no.
I draw first. Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. No.
First, we must draw.
Yeah.
We must do the doodle.
I must draw you.
Like one of his French girls. Like one of your French girls. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Style's important to me. I really like having a good looking car. I mean, when it comes to drifting, I think more than to me, and drifting's different to everybody. It's such a topical thing, but I think it's a rolling car show. I think when you drift, it's all about style. I think it's more than anything, having a good looking car is pretty damn important to me. Mm-hmm. And I think if you put that ahead of many other things, I think the rest will fall into place. As far as
do you think
grassroots?
I mean, you don't, right? Because and I mean this not offensively.
No, go ahead.
you've mucked up your car
Oh,
plenty
yeah.
of times,
Of
right?
course.
So it's not like you hold yourself back, is my
No.
point.
No.
Because it's like, yeah, you think that and want to keep it a certain look, but you don't hold yourself back from the way you drive it.
I think, right, and here's where impartially my way of thinking goes from, because drifting is like a big game, right? It's not a real motorsport, you know. It's kind of a new thing in how popular it is. I mean, I know it's basically been around since late 80s, 90s, right, in Japan. But now in America, it's getting bigger than it's ever been. And you kind of want to show it off. When you go, you know, what's the biggest thing is like there's tons of tracks around like New England that doesn't have any drifting at the middle. Like example, like Lime Rock, like they have it for grid life, but there's no real event there. You know what I mean? So like, how do you expand drifting and get it to more facilities that are on like a professional level? Well, the most basic way to do that is to make it look more professional, right?
Right. If you want it to be taken a bit more seriously.
Like if you had a bunch of people come up to you, like you own a facility, and they're like, hey, we really want to run an event here. We want to drift. We really want to. And then you look behind them and you see a bunch of rusty, totaled cars leaking all over the ground right where they're sitting. I mean,
It's a hard sell.
Are you gonna, you know what I mean? Are you gonna take them seriously? Are they gonna? Does it look like they're gonna respect the facility or respect the driving that they do?
Right.
Or are they just messing around? Like I get it. Drifting's fun, and that's the most important part, right? Everybody should be able to just go and fuck around and do what they got to do. But I am very passionate about drifting. I love drifting. I love the way that it wraps so many different aspects of cars as far as building them, having them look good, and then having them drive, right? On a very affordable level, right? Like on average, drifting is like the cheapest motorsport you can get into, right? Like even if you just want to do something, say you want to take a car to the track and you want to be in some type of motorsport event, let's say spec Miata, right? Because obviously all I know is Miatas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a cheap thing still. That's still like $100,000 race series. You got to have all the spare parts. Everything has to be in spec. Just to get a car, they're still like $50,000. They're not cheap. Just because it's a Miata, it's still expensive. A real race series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think drifting is relatable to the regular people as much as possible. But still, I think you should really strive to make it earn some respect. You know what I mean? From people in general, and really do your part to grow it, because at the end of the day, if you want drifting to grow more, it should look more professional instead of what takeovers are. And that's the biggest problem right now is I hate that takeovers look
Right.
like
It
drifting,
needs to separate.
you know?
Right.
Like
from
if
that
you
for
drift,
sure.
if you drift and you show somebody that, the average person is gonna see you sliding a car and immediately think of the people doing that shit.
Right. They're going to
You know what I
associate.
mean?
Yeah.
I look at this as a real motorsport. You know what I mean? It's not as competitive. I mean, there are competitions, but on the grassroots level, there's no real rhyme or reason why you're out there on the track other than just having fun and learning. You know what I mean? And I think style directly is what ties the discipline to not just driving off the track and smashing into a wall, and that's kind of it. You know what I mean? I see that too much, and I really can't stand it, because it reflects society. To me, it just reflects that everybody can just be like, I don't care, you know, I don't care about nothing, just let it happen, and as long as I'm having fun, who gives a shit, right? Yo,
Style. We got T's in the trunk. What do you know about that?
What do you know? Only 2 of them. No, not full set.
Because you're that goofball shit, dude.
Nah, I got a full set. I got a full
That's
set.
that silly goose stuff going on.
Nah,
We've
I
been
got
talking
a
about.
full set.
You have an extra set of those? I might need some.
You better act fast. Someone's trying to trade me RGs for him.
What's it
4 by 100 is 16 by what?
16 by 8 plus 25.
Too big.
Yeah, it's not Honda spec, buddy.
Too big.
That's Miata spec.
I don't. Have we talked
16.
about this before? Miata setup. If Shook wanted to drift his new Miata, he's going to go buy. All right. Minimal setup.
So I think the most biased way that Miata is the best car to begin drifting with, for a few good reasons, right? The car itself's pretty cheap, right? You can get a not rusty Miata for like $3,000, which kind of sounds like a lot, but I mean, look at drift tax prices these days. E36s. What does an average E36 go for, Shook?
With the roof or without the roof?
With a roof. Normal one.
I don't know. I only look at the outer roof ones.
All right.
How much without a
I
roof,
got
Chuck?
2 auto ones for like $600, and then you can get a
Yeah, but you still got a
swap
manual
for like
swap it.
$600.
You still got a manual.
Say
swap.
1,200,
Call it like
soup
two-
to nuts.
Anywhere from on the low end $600, and then you got to do like probably $6,800 worth.
What
of
if you want a butcher one with a roof? What are we talking?
Who knows? 4 doors are expensive.
I use a terrible
$5,000?
example with him.
4 grand.
But all you need really is just good coilovers and a seat. They already come with an LSD. That is absolutely more than enough for you to learn. You can throw a welded in if you really want to, but that's it.
Brother, look what we got here.
You do not want a 1.6 car.
This is it.
So I was just going to ask,
This
what
is prime drift spec right here.
Ideally, you get an
1.6,
NB.
never die.
Ideally, you get an NB. Only because...
Oh,
Wow.
that shit's got that galaxy
is
in
that
there.
Starry
That's
Night?
nuts.
Is
Yeah, you don't want that.
I'm an NA enjoyer though.
Yeah, you can get... If you want the pop-ups, go ahead, but get the 1.8 because they're... Like this car right here. How much
Well,
is
the driver's
this car?
seat's torn, I'm out.
$4,000, and
That's
you're still
crazy.
getting a motor with 40 less horsepower. Why would you do that to yourself willingly?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get the later model, they're
That
the
is
same
clean.
price. Coilovers and a seat. That's all you need. And the car teaches you how to drift right there because you can, like, you get a Z. Everybody says Zs are easy to drive. And, like, that's cool. But I notice a lot of people who just get into drifting, they hop in a Z and they have a way harder time learning the car because immediately they go in, they throw an angled kit off eBay. And then they just let the car do all the work. They just power out of every drift.
Little
And that's not
Nagasaki
the way.
Warbird on there.
The same way that I think you can drift with a fully styled car is why a Miata helps because I think it's better to learn your limits by creeping up on them instead of just flying off the track 800 times. You get frustrated, you're breaking your car, and you're ruining the track by doing that.
And Scott's pissed.
And Scott is pissed.
Yeah, we need Scott worked
dude.
up. It's the last thing we need. He's got that side by side now. Just make him happy, huh?
Run somebody over.
right, he can get to you way faster.
Already ran train on me at Time Attack. Cam, I'm coming back for you, buddy.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Yeah, Miata grip stuff. I'm big on trying to get into grip stuff this year. I
Gonna
want to
grip
go to
up?
Palmer bad.
Maybe put
What's
some
holding you
fucking-
back?
That's just time.
The
and
lack
money.
of grip.
Final bout. Final bout is like everything that I'm focused on right now. It's ruining me.
Well, hopefully you have a good time. But what about? So where Facebook Marketplace? You know where we finding these Miatas?
Where are we finding you?
I mean, there's no
Yahoo,
special
Japan
way. There's no
auctions?
special
Listen,
way.
I want
mean,
2 CR Kais. Where am I going?
Yeah.
You're gonna go to buy, buddy. I mean, it's like with anything. Like any car that drifts these days, there's no easy way to get a cheap one. So
eBay seems to have some
Full
good
cars?
examples, but then also some just frankly downright rude with the prices they're asking. Dude.
they're hit or miss. I mean, I see. If you want me to plug it, you go to Expo Line out in Derry, New Hampshire, and
Expo
Dan will
Line.
get you right with a very clean Miata, anyone you want.
He'll set you up.
That's right.
He's like the Miata man up there.
They're a Miata dealer specifically, and they have at least 20. There you go. Boom. They have at least like 20 Miatas on the lot right now in every
That
part
is
you will
a
ever need.
okay.
We got an
that's not
Audi
Miata.
A4, Dodge Caravan, fucking before.
There we
have
go.
any
They got a
Miata.
few trade-ins they got to get rid of, but they bring in,
$3,900 right there. What's that one?
39.
Yeah, but
Well,
are you
count your
looking
man
at the
in.
miles,
Brother.
Chuck?
All right, yeah.
They
there
get
we go.
23 vehicles.
I mean, you can get a Miata for $4,000 with 80,000 miles on it, and they get these cars from everywhere, and they're
My brother.
pretty-
Why
Oh,
are
look at
why
the
are the
detail.
pictures vertical?
Wait,
Who
so
takes the photo?
the bottom price is the price? $3,900?
What happened there?
It's got
Bottom
the
price is the
side skirt
price.
delete.
Hey, test drive went a little fucking
Test
sideways.
drive it.
I'm gonna be honest. These pictures are giving me a headache.
Dude, they got the 99 anniversary in the blue.
These pictures are
I can't. I
That one
can't.
just sold. They got to mark that one.
Dude, these
But
guys.
$3,900.
It's
Extra
kind of
line. Yeah, but so these guys, that's what I was trying to get at. So these guys,
Are these guys
Miata
wheeling
guys.
and dealing
And
or
we
what?
want to get this guy on the podcast. This is like Miata guy by blood.
this is Big Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is my man Big Dan.
yeah. This is his family business.
Dude,
This
look
one
at
here.
they got a beautiful one for $3,500. There it is.
Is that a shell or does that have a motor in it? Scroll down.
It's an automatic, buddy.
it
1.8.
does.
I mean, hey, if you're going for style, you already got to get a bumper for it. So
That's right. Mine as well.
Hey, style comes free.
No charge with the style.
Has automatic transmission and welded differential.
Wow.
I know how that bumper came
That's a
off.
serious combination.
That bumper came off rapidly.
That's a deadly combo. That's cool. All right, so these are the guys. So Expo Line Auto.
Oh, this guy's
Derry,
got a
New
Mazda
Hampshire.
Speed, dog.
Yeah, those are good. I wish I could have one of those.
Mazda Speed?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What's it do?
It's the only factory turbo Miata. Very cool.
I don't see a turbo on this fucking thing.
There's a turbo.
I don't see a
on there. What do you mean?
Miata.
You don't see the big long PP 90-degree intake?
This
on
guy?
that thing? Yeah.
There's a turbo over here.
There's a turbo over there.
Nice. What kind of power are we talking in the Mazda? Speed with a
Not
turbo,
much
big
more.
dog.
Still not breaking twos.
Oh, got a couple STIs too. Can't win them all.
Yeah, the big Subaru guys.
Oh, Suzuki SX4.
Speaking of that, you did dyno your car.
I did.
How'd that go?
Vroom vroom.
77 horsepower.
What I had 284, right? A good old turbo Miguel's.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
284.
Flat torque. I mean, that set. So the setup I have in my car, right? I have my ITBs that Hummelink got me. I'm running his plenum as well, so I can boost the car with ITBs. He built the whole valve train in the head, did all that nonsense, and then I ended up sticking a what's it called? Centrifugal supercharger. So it's essentially a turbo with a belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the goal of mine when I wanted to put that on the car, I wanted to get more power, but have it drive exactly how it did with ITBs, power band wise, right? And so far, I'm only less than a year on this setup, and I had to play around with it because obviously I'm boosting something with a plenum that's like brand new that I work with Helmelink, and we were demoing, and we finally just got to the final iteration.
Bro,
of it.
are you smoking a fucking Pall Mall?
Brother, that is a lucky strike from Japan. That is a good cigarette.
That thing's got some.
That's
length
when the
to it.
fun begins.
Believe it or not, this is peak male behavior. Love it.
But yeah, so then I had Dustin weld up all kinds of. Pull up an engine bay shot. Actually, it's probably in there.
The people want an engine bay shot, Corey.
Yeah.
All right, people want an engine bay. Let's find engine bay. All right, you keep going. I'll get it.
So Dustin welded up a fancy like intercooler bracket where essentially we tilted the radiator back and then slipped the intercooler right in front of it, so that way the piping is super short. Yeah, there you go. Very direct. I didn't want to have to cut into like the front tubs or anything to like plummet through to the bottom of the bumper. None of that nonsense. Keep it super tight and serviceable. And I mean,
Piping's looking unbelievable.
it's really nice. I love it, especially the intake. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's a good setup. I mean, it was like, it's kind of like, I enjoyed doing this a lot, right? Because I never boosted anything. I had like Audis that were already turbo and stuff back in high
Pull
school,
that thing
but-
right in front of you.
Hello.
There you go. There you
Get
go.
right up on that thing.
Yeah, I never had my own like real car that I boosted on my own. Like everybody in high school, like slap an eBay turbo kit on something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They
Blow it
figured
up. Try again.
But this is more difficult because that kit, the supercharger, was sold as a kit that gets bolted on the stock engines, right? So now you have this kit that I bought in pieces and nothing else works because I'm trying to put ITBs on the other side. So it was kind of like a big learning curve to really understand what this supercharger wants. Like as far as form goes, there's no forms for these. Like middle-aged guys would throw supercharge on the car, and anybody who wants to do anything performance with a Miata is like, oh, just throw a turbo on it. You'll make torque.
Does Mike think you make more power with not ITBs?
No, he never said anything about that.
I've had that talk a couple of times.
I think I'd just go, nah, it looks too cool. Because honestly, sometimes the pains in the asses that this setup has usually stems from the ITBs, but you know.
Oh, it always does, yeah.
But that's the thing is like what I'm trying to get at is like there's nobody helping me. I'm on my own with everything. Like I had to learn about overlap and cam timing with this because it's a supercharger, and like a turbo car, if you have a lot of overlap, the boost just blows past the valves before it can even blow it up.
They had to design the plenum so the first cylinder up front's not taking all the air.
Yeah, so he had that dyno.
It's a big deal.
Pretty damn even. That's probably what Mike was telling you, right?
No, I know that's a big thing with GTRs. No, Mike is 100% right. I'd make more horsepower with a giant
yeah, but it doesn't look as cool.
single ITB. Yeah, and also it doesn't have that snappiness that ITBs has. But yeah.
So this is the
But
thing
then
about
it's harder to tune because it's still snappy as shit. So
Right. This setup, though, I swear, it was almost snappier than it was with just the lone ITBs. This setup with a supercharger, it's exactly what I envisioned it. The temps stay super cold because it's no turbo getting stupid hot on the side.
Mm-hmm.
The supercharger has its own oiling system, so it's not sharing that hot oil with the engine whatsoever. It's totally segregated. And when it's on track, it's just like you sit back in grid, sits right back at 185, whatever. And granted, spring day, right, is like the first time, last month, the first time I really got to try on the track. But It wasn't bad at all. And I mean, the throttle response is still perfect. You can still blip through the gears. Like if you didn't hear the blow-off valve, you would still think this car is NA when you drive it. It feels like you just have a big motor in it. I think for a Miata especially, a car that feels really good NA, this is the perfect setup for trying to capture that same exact feeling with more power.
On the kit version of this blower, right? How do they route that piping? The piping looks very trick on it the way it is now on the turbo side.
So they do it the way they did it was really like they use big silicone pipes, massive silicone pipes.
Oh, you mentioned that maybe before,
Yeah. So they just kind of squeeze in through everything. And I don't like that. I mean, it collapses. They could tear. You know what I mean? And you lose that little sound from the aluminum pipes, like, you know what I mean? All the air moving around. I like to keep it short as possible. Like, that was the biggest thing I don't like with intercoolers. I don't like the idea that if one of those pops off or I have to service it, I got to, like, go under my bumper, take the bumper off. Just keep everything tight, and, yeah. Dustin really knocked it out of the park.
High and tight.
You know, all I did was just explain it, and he just got right to blasting. He made both sides. He made that intake. Yeah, right to blasting. Right to blasting.
Guy gets right in there.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I mean, I just like that it was more than anything. I like that it was a complete learning experience. I made so many blunders. Like, I talked many times about my PSI is this, but it's really making this.
Oh, I
and
remember.
back and forth. And it's stupidness because overlap, right? Cam overlap, like I said, it blows past. So that right there is you're losing boost because the engine, the boost goes in, it never gets fired, it goes right out. And then this whole time, so tile, everybody will tell you, I'm sure people in the chat will agree, tile blow-off valves are terrible for whatever reason. Everybody has all kinds of problems with it. They leak all the time. And when I went to buy it,
They look cool, though.
they look cool as shit, which is why I want to make this thing work. But you go to buy a spring, right? The spring says, I'm looking through all the options, all the pressures. They're like, based on this vacuum that you pull out idle, this is what spring you should get. It's not related whatsoever to how much boost you make. I'm like, okay. The bottom of the list says supercharger only. I'm like, well, I got a supercharger. That's got to be the one. So I stick it in there, right? And I'm chasing all these boost issues all this time. And I'm like looking up, like it's got, I'm not finding any leaks anywhere else. I'm pressure testing the system. I'm like, something's got to be weird with the blow-off valve. I don't hear it opening up whatsoever, but that's the only thing I could imagine, right? Because I know the charger's making all its power, and I know it's not getting blown out the cams anymore because I put stock cams back in. People make 15 PSI on stock cams. I'm like, something's wrong. So one day, for shits and giggles, I grabbed a bunch of washers and just stuck them under my spring in the blow-off valve, and all of a sudden the boost just spikes way higher. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I ordered like 3 new springs. I'm testing them all out, and I made all my boost back. And I'm like, I felt so dumb because I probably, ever since I had the supercharger, now I did it in like October, I think was the first time. This whole time I'm driving around 3 PSI. I rebuilt the whole charger, spent like almost $2,000 having that fully built, upgraded with a bigger impeller to make more boost, and I'm still only pulling like 4 PSI. The charger's like putting out 15, and I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I took out my fully custom NA cams I had and put the stock ones back in because like maybe the cams are the problem, and those probably were partially the problem, but something as stupid as a little $20 spring.
Right.
So there's no wastegate, or it works as a wastegate? I'm trying to figure out just
Well,
how
there's
it
no
regulates.
wastegate because it doesn't need to. It's mechanically regulated.
Right.
That
okay,
charger
right,
can
right.
only
So
make
you're not
as
going
much
to
as
have
you
creep,
spin.
but it can only make
No,
as you spin it.
there's no such thing as creep.
So
with
the blow-off
this.
valve's just for noises.
The blow-off valve has to release the air when you let off.
Oh,
throttle.
right, because you can't hammer it back because it is not going to like stall and make you. Whoop, whoop,
Well,
whoop,
when
whoop.
you're at,
it's going to just
if you let
explode.
off the throttle at $7,000, you have 15 PSI sitting behind your throttles,
Right.
and that charge is going to keep spinning, so it's going to keep making $15,000.
Right.
So you need to kind of let that
Have
go
a
somewhere,
way out,
So you
yeah.
still got to run that. But the problem is under throttle, right? When I was accelerating, that blow-off valve would creep open, and it was
Right,
it
right,
was
so you're just
acting like a
just
wastegate,
losing
pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
just pissing it all out.
So basically, I was nerfing myself. So Carman Cam, I'm coming back for you. You can't pass on that straight, buddy.
But like the blow-off valve doesn't have a vacuum line on it?
It does, and that's the problem. It was still acting up. I think also partially of why this setup is so weird is because I have ITBs.
Where
So
was the vacuum line for the blow-off valve going to, though?
directly into one of the ITBs, which is the most vacuum you can pull. And no, if you put them together, it does not make it better. It actually makes it worse.
Wait, so this line goes all the way?
Yeah, it goes all the way around.
Yeah, because usually
long way.
Usually
The
you
long
go
way.
for the blow-off valve, you go to the intake manifold for true boost.
Right, and
So
the
that you have the
intake
most
manifold is behind anything behind the throttle bodies. and each throttle body has a nipple on each one producing the vacuum. So that's what I was about to say. Is I think that's
your actual issue. Was.
Sure does.
Get on that nipple. I think part of the issue
Milk
is that
anything with nipples, Greg.
I have nipples. Want to milk me?
yeah. Let me stick that vacuum line right on there. I think they pull bad vacuum because ITB cars, they just never make any vacuum at all. So I think part of it is that vacuum line isn't letting it get equal boost pressure on both sides.
Right, because it's pulling from behind one of the ITBs.
And not 4.
Yes.
I feel like it would be more consistent if you had 4.
I tried. It
sounds like a
the
shit
same,
show.
It's the same shit.
That's weird.
It is really weird. But
So it just needed, essentially, instead of relying on vacuum, you had to beef it up with a little spring.
yeah, the vacuum was pretty much just enough to
It's an electric
open it.
gate.
And then, because the other thing is like, it's one thing to pull enough vacuum to open it, but you got to remember it's a supercharger. So if I'm off throttle, say if I'm at like $7,000, I let off and I stay off and I just let it decel, that blow off valve needs to stay open. It's not like a turbo where the turbo just gets released its pressure and it's not going to build boost until you're back on the throttle. This is going to stay in boost the whole time. So you have to
there's no
also
wastegate.
produce enough vacuum to keep that thing open, the blow off valve.
That's you.
Thank you.
So if you ever decide to make your Miata super complicated and put ITBs and a supercharger,
That's the best way to do it.
this is now I'm teaching you so you don't have to suffer these transgressions.
What are you
Or
running for management?
Just a little mega squirt.
Okay.
That's
Two
a God's
squirts.
ECU
Simple.
management.
Simple. I mean, I've talked to Mike about this many times. Like, is it worth me going Haltech? And he goes,
Sure
for what
is.
you're doing, not really. I mean, can I run better? Will it help me diag issues down the
Right.
line?
It'll
Yeah.
just give you a lot more information.
My
But
question is, though, how much less power would you make with like a ported stock manifold versus this ITB setup,
a ported, like, what do you mean ported manifold?
like opened up, to allow as much air as ITB setup? Because I know the heads are wicked restrictive on these.
Oh, you said ported intake. You mean intake ports? Yeah.
Both. Like if you got rid of ITBs, went back to the intake.
Well, I don't think it
manifold-
would make. I think it would make more torque. I think that's the whole thing with running the plenum over, because ITB is what they essentially do is the way the air flows in, it takes away all your low end torque and replaces it with top end horsepower.
Correct. Yeah. The longer the runner is usually.
So I
the
think
more the
that's
torque.
kind of the answer. Is you just still get more torque. At the end of the day, this is all stupid, and if you just run like a VVT cam, then you can just have essentially what ITBs do for you. This shit is all just because the love of the game, pal. I just think this shit's cool. The sounds of ITBs are great, and when I was going boosted, I'm not taking them back off.
Does
They're-
it-
That's fair.
It'd be
Does
insane.
does it still sound? I'm trying to think. I heard it.
ITB-ish?
Yeah.
No.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't. Right?
No,
it's
you-
not like they're
They're
open.
completely shut off by that. And if there's any like growling ITB sounds, it's gonna get muffled by all that boost. It has a unique sound though.
By all that boost.
If there's,
huh?
yeah, if there's any growling ITB sounds, there's definitely a leak on one side, right?
It's unique though because like, I mean, it doesn't have a manifold. It's still a stock exhaust. So
I
it
mean,
has
ITBs with a blower is truly like just weird shit.
Is it? I mean, if you think about it, they both kind of accomplish the same goal. You know what I mean?
No, I mean it's just you don't see it. I mean ITBs
No.
with turbos, like that's how GTRs are. I mean, whatever. But I've
Best
just
friend Ben kind of said it as a joke.
never
and then,
seen
like,
it with a blower.
I thought about it. I was like, that would actually make a ton of sense. Instead of, because you could try to replicate this with a turbo and accomplish my goal, is what I guarantee a lot of people will say, is you can make a turbo make linear power. But it's kind of a nightmare to tune a turbo like that, because boost creep and playing
It
with
depends how. Yeah, it depends how much money you want to spend. right? 'Cause
Exactly.
you put electric
Exactly.
gate on it, and then
But like on
boost creep's not there.
just the heat management alone, because it's a drift car. When you're drifting, the car's sideways. You're not getting much air into anything, right? Your fans are doing back on the grid line are going to do all the work. So if you can be on track and have your engine oil not being heated up by a big spool and turbo, then that's kind of a big win.
if
And
you're
they're,
spinning tires. I mean, you can't be creating that much load, right?
what you're saying, like loss,
far as, like,
loss of the belt, whatever.
Just like generally, like loading up the car, like you're spinning tires for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're also at limiter.
No,
usually,
I mean
so.
in the summertime, I mean drift cars get hot. I mean you say that, but like
No, I know when you
you
sit in
can-
grid,
you
it's
go-
a fucking nightmare.
yeah,
believe
you
me.
can go hot lap on like any track. I don't even mean just like Lock City. Look, there's like tracks where you'll hot lap and shit, and the car gets hot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's pretty good. I'm happy with this setup a lot.
I think the setup. I think the engine bay looks insane. It looks cool,
it looks like
and like the job he
love
did
that.
on the piping is fucking outrageous. That's awesome.
yeah. There's so many.
Like you said, it's not like down through the bumper through this shit. It
Yeah.
is okay. Fucking a coupler popped off. There it is.
It all makes sense. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
there.
Because you could have done it way more complicated and just buried the fucking pipes, but
No.
it looks like how they do the V setups on like an FD.
Yes.
This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's exact. Yeah.
Well, you want to be reminded, you should see Big Boy Dan's NB because he has an actual V setup. Exactly 1-to-1 how it is in his rotary car. Like flat and everything's pushed back. Cut the whole
On one of these?
On his NB, his drift car.
No way.
He has his whole radiator's flat, his intercooler's flat. He cut out the front portion of the rad support. The thing is just
Big Boy Dan have an Instagram with any photos on it?
I wouldn't Google Big Boy Dan.
No. It's
Dan's Big Boy.
if you look up Dan
Tony Michael Johns.
_ Daniel Tony Michael Johns. He didn't call me back this time.
Yeah,
It's
Daniel.
too late.
_ Daniel, one word, Quebec.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah, there you go. He's bad. I post shit for him because all right, yeah. If you go to his fabrication story, like highlight, it's on the second one. Here it comes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
fuck,
so
it's going to come.
here comes Christmas
Click
too.
click the next one. Bingo. We got action.
Oh wow.
See that? It's completed now. Like I said, he's bad at Instagramming, but I mean, and he just does this on a whim because he feels like it. I guess so. Seamus is always in his ear, like showing him what's best ideal for the track and how all his race cars that Seamus does up. So he applies a lot of it to his own cars, and he is damn good at it. He can just do this stuff on a whim. That kid's intelligent. Which brings me to the Night Style team. We got all kinds of characters, and they all bring their own thing to the table, and it's so awesome. We got a good group of guys.
And you're gonna be out there repping.
I try to, at least. I try the hardest. Especially when it comes to final bout this year, if you want to talk about that a
Going
little
to
bit.
final bout.
Yeah.
That's coming
West
up in a couple
Virginia.
weeks.
End of the month, yeah. I think we're leaving the, 30th?
So West Virginia, what is this called? The Southeast. What is it? SSE?
Yeah, SSC.
Special
Stage East.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
This is my Super Bowl.
You're so Jesus Christ.
Dude, my friends are probably wanting to wring my neck just.
So
thinking
Summit
about
Point,
me
West
talking about
Virginia, May 3rd.
Yep. So this year, I mean, it's always been my goal ever since I started drifting. Because when I first got exposed to drifting by one of my high school teachers, Matt, right, the first thing he showed me was Final Bout because he went to travel to watch one, right, and that was the first exposure I had immediately was teams and hot cars and just driving stylishly, right. So that was my first exposure. That's all I know, right, and that's how I stayed for a while. So me now coming. How many years? That was 8 years ago now, 2018, right? No. 7 years ago. 7 years ago now, 2018 was the first time I even saw drifting, and it was this. So I always wanted to compete in Final Bout, and it was never my goal to I got to find a team, I got to find guys. It just kind of worked out that way that I'm with all the Night Style guys now, and we're all close friends, and we're now competing in Final Bout. And this year, more than any other year, we already went to Wisconsin, but we went because we made the runnerest of runner-ups, and the first team that dropped out and said they weren't going to Wisconsin, we were the ones to go. This year, I want to place. I want to place badly, and I feel like my friends want to wring my neck because I've been on their ass to make sure that they're good to go and ready to drive and their cars are looking clean. They all probably want to choke me out because I'm bothering them so much, but it means the world to me to win this event because it's kind of like my dream event, This is what matters the most to me. When I style my car, I think because I want to win this.
So
know
you
what I
do
mean?
well here, and then where do you go from there?
You go to Wisconsin, U.S. Air.
U.S. Air in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And that is SSC. So,
No.
okay.
SS. So
I
all
get it
these
now.
SS, these are stages.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
these are
it all
tournaments.
clicked.
Yeah.
It just all clicked for me.
All
yeah.
at once?
Yeah, all together.
So each one of these are 4 different events along the states. They compete for the podium,
Yeah.
and then the podium from each one of these events go to Wisconsin. They already have one of them, SSC Central, is in Wisconsin, but that's not the final. That's just
canceled.
another qualifying one. But the actual final bout SSC is not Final Bout 8, which is what this year is. It's Final Bout 8 is
This is the qualifier to get into the final bout.
yeah. The double final bout
in Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin. And then you got to go to Chicago and you hang out there. And
So if you win Wisconsin, you then go to Chicago?
I think I'm
It
losing.
didn't click for you.
I think I'm losing you here.
Hey, got it.
It didn't click for you.
I'm following.
I'll get tickets to both.
No, before they do the big final event, they hang out in Chicago like the week before. They have tons of car shows and crazy shit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah.
go
I
to
remember you talking
Wisconsin,
about
which is like 3 hours away.
Right. Wasn't there like a seagull walking around?
There was a duck at the.
And
duck,
after
that's what it
Wisconsin,
was.
international.
I don't think there's anything after. I think that's
Japan?
kind of the end. I want to do Super
You
D.
take that
That just
headband,
got
you
announced.
go to
that it's coming
Japan.
back. We are going to Japan. That's true.
Attaboy.
Japan's so much money though.
Bring the whole team.
Whole squad.
Yeah.
Whole squad's going to
Squad up.
Japan.
So you're content with the car for the rest of this year?
Hopefully, as long as I can keep it off other cars.
Fair.
you know.
Are you drifting between now and leaving?
Unless we're going to Mexico now.
He's just drifting at work right now.
Yeah.
He's fucking trying to
I've
drift
been
through.
notorious, as I've been on the podcast before, for shit like this, smashing my car before final bout. So I'm trying to like avoid the event just before, so that way it can,
Dare I say it sounds like you're maturing.
call it something
Crazy.
like that. Or maybe this year I'm just really optimistic I'm gonna win, so I'd like to keep my chances high.
Are all the other boys painting the cars orange too?
No.
No.
I don't like that. I mean, everybody's different, but I don't personally, and I think all my other friends would agree, obviously, that matching team cars is kind of like boring. Like, it's really cool if every car, you have like 5 cars with the exact same color and wheels and whatever. Like, that looks cool. But in my eyes, if you looked at one of those cars, you kind of see them all, right? They don't have as much of their own personality as if every car had their own style that they somehow tied together in a different way. You know what I mean? Like hold on, those 8.6s, like they're all 8.6s with their own unique style, but
Yeah,
together you can look at them in any way and go, yep, that's a team. You know what I mean? I think that takes a lot more dedication and a lot more planning to make that happen.
Just paint all your shit tennis ball yellow.
Yeah, because it's like that's like highlighter. I mean, those cards look really good though. This is actually special stage Japan.
I mean, I'm cool either way.
Yeah, I mean, either way you can go, but I think it takes a lot more to pull off making 7 different cards look identical in a different way than just painting them all the same.
It's a pretty hard lineup right there.
That's pretty hard.
It is gangster. Well, this is also Japan. They go hard.
Yeah.
Look at that rotary car. Probably still running. Probably with a rotary.
Probably not a rotary.
Nah, I bet you it is.
Think so?
That
Well, it
car.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It takes a lot.
Cool
I mean,
stuff, cool guys.
What's going to take? It's going to take a lot of
Grit.
grit.
Elbow grease.
Determination.
I'm just the driving
Trusting
portion is
God.
the hardest part. I think the car show we have pretty good. Even last year when I wasn't ready and I broke my car a little bit, we still scored like top 3 in the car show, and I don't even.
There's a
think-
car show section. What's that mean?
So final bout, the way you compete, there's like 2 stages. So there's judging for the car show. So your team goes and they judge your cars based on certain criteria, and you get a score for each of that.
Oh, so you're doing like a show lap. You're peacocking.
Correct. You peek in the cock.
Peacocking.
And then the
alright.
next day is when they do the team driving, which is what these guys are doing here. And then they look at, it's like
Those
a
guys
jam
are
session.
dead lined up.
So they give you like an hour and a half to just go ham on the track, right? And get as many laps as you can.
Ham and eggs.
But they score each lap based on like proximity, how good the transition timing is, stuff like that. And you take your 3 best laps, average that score, and then they throw it in. And then by the end of it, they collaborate the 2 rounds scores. Wow, there's a rotary in that. 8.6.
It's terrible news.
How's that for you? And that's kind of how they judge it.
Wow.
I think the car show portion's a difficult part, and I think Special Stage East, the one here, is kind of the easiest one for that, in my opinion, because there's heavy hitters out west. I don't think there's as many out here.
She said the competition's light.
On the
They're not ready
driving
for you.
portion, though, they're way better because everybody else has more power, definitely more team driving. I mean, my guys, it's hard to get 9 cars to an event, let alone half that. You know what I mean? So we have newer guys too, so it's a bit ranging in our skill, but I'm highly confident that I can throw them wherever they want.
I'm fucking get out there and send it.
Yeah, you excited about the young bucks? You think they got what it takes?
Oh, absolutely. I made the last minute call too because like at first they were like, I was asking them, do you think you're comfortable to do it? And they were like, I'll let it be up to you. I mean, they've been drifting a while, but they haven't driven on a fast track, and they've just started to get their cars dialed in. But they said, if you're down for it, we're ready. We'll make it happen. Because last year we had so now we have 9 members and we're capped there. But last year we had 2 new people, and their first event as a team with us was at Final Bout, and they really showed up. So,
oh Lord,
I'm kind of hoping that he's never even put his car in 3rd gear, and here they're at Final Bout, like, hey, bro, you got to put this.
Is 9 a hard cap on the night styles?
I hope so. That's a lot of fucking.
You got a Miata.
I know. That's what
unless you're asking for yourself,
I thought it was a nation.
Then we can make it an even number.
I thought we were trying to put together a nation out there. That would be nice styles grip.
But if I had enough banners for everybody who ever asked, how do I join Night Style,
send me the file.
the whole world would be in.
So you can have as many banners as you want.
No, I'm tomorrow.
Please, no more.
Trouble on Young Ben's Cherokee.
Yeah, I don't want it. The problem is it's not even like we try to extend the team. It's just there's people who hang out with us, and they're just really good friends, and they just happen to have a badass Miata and drift it, and we're like, all right, here you go. Might as well. You know what I mean? If you're going to hang around here, you might as well get them.
Yeah, everybody eats.
All Roadster Kings welcome.
Bring the whole crew.
Just the Northeast hot boy ones. I mean, so we'll see what happens. I'm a little stressed out about it because I care way too much, but I'm excited for when Final Bout's over and I could let that
talk all your shit.
Let that deep breath fall out. Yeah, so then I can just destroy my car and I'll be at peace again.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to striving with the guys, and I'm really hoping that they do a good job.
Well, get out there.
Myself included.
Get out there, give them hell.
I fucked up a bit last year.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Now you know.
That rain was brutal.
Bit more familiar with the track, the layout.
Yeah.
Did they change the layout?
So that you were kind of guessing on the layout. So
change.
The way they do it is there's like 3 different layouts they change at. There's one layout that they do that they switch between reverse and regular.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another layout that we've never driven before. But from the way it seems is they just go one different layout each year for the competition. So that way nobody has like leverage because they like, oh, we drove this last year. We're already comfortable.
Right.
Which kind of sucks because the one we did last year was like a really good time as opposed to the first one we did. But hey, we'll see. Track's a track. We'll handle it either way.
Get out there.
God's plan.
Get out there mobbing.
God's plan. God
No,
bless.
that's you.
I think I look forward to seeing the when does the fun start posts.
I look forward to you leaving
I
our
really
shoulders.
hope, Josh, you don't see any of those.
And then I see
Usually
all the
I'm really
other
upset.
posts while you guys are there. See what happens.
I want to see the winning post. I want
Yeah.
to see me.
We're looking forward to
Shoulders.
push
I want to do that Korean dance on the podium.
What's a Korean dance?
I don't know. Yeah.
Camera's right there. Do you want to pop up? Give us a little.
Want me to try it real
Yes,
quick? Hold on,
please.
ready? Real quick.
He's gyrating.
Circle now. Ready?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
He's having a seizure.
I'm very uncomfortable.
So full of piss.
You just look like you're just trying to shake something off
Anybody
you.
else
That's how
uncomfortable?
he does it.
I'm feeling
full of
a
piss, you'll
bit
like get
uncomfortable.
pissed
I'm gonna have to
floor
talk
right
to HR.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that it's not
Show
super.
me on me where I bothered you.
Look at that. Oh my god.
What is it? Is it the dance?
Yeah.
It's
Tell me you found
the
it.
delay. No.
What do you mean? It's you
It's-
doing it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a
Oh, God,
meme
that's
out
gonna
of
be a
that. It's
clip.
gonna be quite
That's gonna
wonderful.
be a clip.
Oh my god.
Help me.
Jordan, thank you as always for being yourself. You are always enthusiastic, fun to chat with.
God bless.
Get a lot of gusto, if you will,
Good morning, Roads to Kings. God bless. Big ups, BP forever. Rotary sometimes.
every
Let 'em
morning.
know.
Do you have like a bunch of groupies who reach out to you each morning? Like, thank you, I needed that.
Sometimes.
dude.
I don't want to be no internet personality. I just like talking shit. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all
It's
it is.
fine. Talk all the shit you want.
Listen, I wake
Who
up and
cares?
love being a Roser King. You know what I mean?
Dog, every day I wake up blessed seeing that.
Just blessed up,
goddamn-
yeah.
My morning
Rotted
coffee with a
99
Roadster King
Miata.
post. That's it.
Just being a Roser King, dude.
You look forward to them. Don't lie.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you-
Absolutely.
Live my
One
life,
of
a
my
Roadster
Roadhead
King at a time.
Kings.
I think that's going to do it for us. We had a lot of Chinese food. We got a belly full of Chinese food and piss. So we're going to go
Little pee-pee.
figure out what happens.
It's a dangerous pee.
Figure out what happens in the next 10
Real
minutes.
clencher.
Jeez,
All right, you
yeah.
guys, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much as always.
We'll catch you next week.
Go to our website, revivemotor.com, where you can sign up for the B for B or hit us up at PayPal, info@revivemotor.com.
We got a guest next week?
Leave a message. We do have a guest next week. I got to check in with him, make sure
Big
we're
guest.
still good. But he
good.
should have some news for us as well. So that'll be another fun conversation, and then we'll go from there. That's all I got. Thank you, everybody in the chat, if you're still there. Carman Cam. Mom found the piss straw. All right,
Oh, boy.
It's an interesting conversation, I bet. We'll see you later. That's all we got.
Yeah, go with God.
Go to bed. Good night.
Say hey to brother for me.
See you.
Go with God.
Later.